How are you?
She's just right outside the door. You can see his fur.
30
hours. What
yeah,
up?
we're great. We're grape.
Not as good as
I'm
Lucas is with his fucking basketball weekend.
Oh, for real.
Craziest shit in the entire universe. An NCAA All-American and an NBA player played it on Anaconda, and neither of them in their careers scored as much as they did that Zoran did at their stadium.
Who played in Anaconda?
Some fucking old dude in the 50s and 60s.
Oh, fuck them. Okay.
Yeah, fuck
One
that
for
guy.
each. They had two of them, an All-American and an NBA player, separate people.
Are you excited for 10 years from now and Zoran has a lot of money playing in the NBA and he thanks his high school coach and buys you like a fucking Lambo or something?
That'd be cool.
Are you pretty stoked for that?
I'm very stoked for that. As of now, I'm eating an Uber-branded breakfast round.
That's actually so cool. I don't know what that means.
The Great Wall.
30 hours. I was listening to the
Nice.
Leprechaun and Space Chimps episodes last night, just going back. And I don't know why I didn't trust you guys to make jokes for some reason. I don't know. I was weird.
And you're not now?
I'm just different bad now. Like it was bad before, and now I have a different brand of it.
You mean you're just firing off all the jokes?
Yeah, I've taken all of them instead of just most of them now. 30 hours.
How are we starting this bitch?
He's frozen like
upset.
that.
Go for a minute and a half.
For the intro?
Yeah.
I had an idea yesterday, but I forgot what it was.
Lucas, Lucas, if you had to pick, are you a Matthew, a Christopher, or a Nicholas?
Matthew.
Okay.
Are you a Matt, a Chris, or a Nick?
Matt.
Okay, and you're Nick. You've already said, which I thought I was the Chris.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Now we're set then.
30 hours.
Sterniola.
Damn. That sucks.
So he's letting Seth go for a minute and a half.
You're just gonna make me riff for a minute?
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna say.
Think about it for a second.
90 seconds. 90 seconds.
Or you can do 30 seconds. Brandon can do 30 seconds. I could do 30 seconds.
Like when we did the movie trailer voice for Good Luck Chuck.
Oh, that might have been it, yeah. We
Oh,
did a poetry reading once.
Yeah, we did. Or you did. And you just put movies in there.
No, we all did poetry as well once.
Oh, did you?
I think you were there for that.
We're thinking of the movie trailer again.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It was in the past.
I've never read poetry on this for an intro. Or at
it
all.
Was wasn't it The Shining where we all said poetic shit?
No, we all did voices. It was Good Luck Chuck in the movie trailer.
No, this is like season 4 shit.
Okay. I'm thinking of when Lucas said the legacy of a dream haunts a man's past or something.
Movies.
And he's talking about Chuck not being able to find love or Stu being horny.
Both are true.
Wandering after the everlasting movie.
Wanderlust.
Yeah, you could just probably riff.
Okay. I still don't know what about. I've been thinking about 30 hours.
Like China?
Yeah.
Let's give you a word.
Oh.
We'll do like improv. Me and Brandon can throw suggestions out.
Yeah.
Okay.
About
Is this what it's
called? Oh, holy shit. What if it's the improv game where we play change, where one of us where two of us are creating a scene of the Great Wall of China.
Yeah.
But then the third person, so say it's Lucas, like you and I are doing a scene. Lucas would be like, the scene is...
Okay, the scene is you're on the Great Wall.
Matt Damon has met a Chinese lady on the Great Wall.
You're on the Great Wall of Mexico.
Yeah.
And you're trying to keep the Americans out.
Yeah.
Or you're trying to keep the
El
Salvadorians out of
the
Mexico.
Scene is Matt Damon meets a woman on the Great Wall, but then if we'll just start a scene, Lucas can say change whenever he wants, if he wants to change the story, and we have to adapt immediately. We'll just do a little improv game to start it.
Okay. That's better than my idea.
Okay. Hold
I
on.
think our audio is good.
I think so
Let
too.
me get through this breakfast round a little bit.
Yeah.
What if we talked about?
Don't pull another Devin where he ate 7 fruit roll-ups into the microphone. Like,
Oh
fuck.
man. Which is going to be like impossible to cut now.
When having to use the video.
The video audio.
Yeah, it's gonna. You're just gonna hear it. The audio. Yeah.
Were you gonna say, Seth? What if what?
Something stupid. It's all right.
Let's do it. I
Okay.
like it. We'll do something stupid.
All right. Something stupid.
Yeah, all you have to do is say change if you want us to change the direction of the scene.
Yeah, we'll pretty much just say the opposite of whatever we just said.
Yeah, and you can
Like
keep
north?
saying you can keep saying change. It's like
North.
hi, hello, Asian woman.
Yeah.
I am Matt Damon. You'd be like change. I am Bart Simpson. Change.
Goodbye, Asian woman.
Goodbye, Asian woman. I am Bart Simpson.
Yeah.
Change.
This sounds like it's gonna go over very well.
Yeah. And that's all you have to do. You have to set the scene first, and then you're just the change guy. You're just changing diapers.
You're a changed
Okay.
man.
Okay. Video started too, so we're good.
Oh yeah, I saw.
In case we need the audio.
It's been a lifesaver.
Why would you drink it like that?
But
It was
we
awesome.
haven't started yet.
I know.
I can drink how I want.
It's my podcast, and I'll drink if I want to.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Wait. Sorry.
That's not
I'm fucking it
play.
up. Are we doing 10 seconds again for you?
No, I think I'm just doing it on my phone again,
Okay.
not the computer, so it should.
So we'll
be
do
okay.
5. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Wait.
Blair?
No, not Blair.
Oh.
All right. You ready now?
I have to set the scene.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you're the change guy. Okay.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, play.
Setting the scene. Matt Damon and a Chinese lady meet at a Kelly Clarkson concert.
Woo! Dude, I don't know who this is, but she sounds awesome.
Don't you know that bitch from
Change.
American Idol? Don't you know that woman from American Idol?
I don't watch TV. I don't own one.
Change.
You don't own.
I have 14 televisions, but I've never seen American Idol.
Change.
That's fair. I'm a huge American Idol fan. Can't you tell by my overweight and glasses look?
Yeah, and your giant foam finger.
I mean, Kelly Clarkson is my number 2 behind Justin Guarini and only him.
Change.
Behind gay boy Clay Aiken.
Does he have to be gay boy?
I mean, he is.
Yeah, but that feels like a harmful thing to say behind his name rather than
Change.
just his name. It seems like we could go further with the slurs. I think you didn't go far enough.
What would you say?
I think that maybe.
What would you say?
I think perhaps. I need change.
No,
Stay on course.
There's a certain word that I would call that man if I were mean-spirited. Perhaps.
I know what you're meaning.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Winner.
Yeah.
I hate to call him winner.
I hate to call him a winner.
Well, let's see how Kelly Clarkson does on the Great Wall of America. I really wish we would have said a fucking slur on here.
I almost
Almost.
did out of peer pressure.
Movies.
Almost movies.
So
it's our
close.
new intro. That's
Slurs.
New song.
Oh yeah, almost movies.
It's a new intro?
No,
Oh,
Oh, we haven't done that yet.
we haven't done that yet.
okay. I know Devin said he wanted to make a new one.
Devin doesn't have a computer anymore, so he can't.
Oh. He could figure it out. He's
He
a
had
smart
some
guy.
really ambitious things where he wanted to do all these things, but
Yeah.
no computer doesn't help that out. Hi, Lucas.
What up?
What up? Hi Seth.
What's up?
It's us three again. We're missing Devin because he's not with
I'm
me here.
movies.
So, your movies. I'm Chris,
And I'm Nicholas.
and this week we watched a film that I have some questions for you guys.
Or guffaw.
What?
Gahua?
Change.
Close.
My first question is: do you like whitewashed Asian films?
Some of them.
Some of them.
Yeah.
My other question is: do you like the Great Wall of China, like the Seven Wonders of the World and the Great Wall of China?
It's a epic feat of human industrialism.
Yeah.
Damn, I take that question back. Do you like the episode of An Idiot Abroad where he goes to China and does the Great Wall?
Mm-hmm. That one's pretty
Have you
fresh.
seen that show?
I haven't seen the show.
Oh.
I've listened to little snippets of the. Do they have a podcast or is it just snippets of
They
the
did a
show I've heard?
podcast
Okay.
and a
I think I've
show.
seen.
And a radio
There's like
show.
a radio show. Maybe that's the one I've heard because I think I've seen either somebody in their team or like a fan on YouTube do animations of them, which is kind of cute.
That was their official HBO show of that, yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
An
I've
Idiot
seen,
Abroad? Is it on HBO Max
No,
then?
Ricky Gervais show.
Oh,
I've seen some snippets then.
I think it's on BBC's streaming network.
damn. I can't pay for another streaming network. Well, if you answered yes to whitewashing Asian films or liking that one episode of An Idiot Abroad where Carl Pinkerton goes to China,
Pilkington.
Pilkington, thank
Pinkerton's my mother's last name.
you. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And the bad guys in Red Dead Redemption.
Oh yeah,
Is Pinkerton or Pilkington?
Seth's mom.
Pinkerton.
I
It's my mom.
there's all those new
It's
brackets.
Cecilia.
There's all those new brackets on like TikTok where people are choosing between albums and movies or whatnot.
Oh yeah.
And they're winding it down. And I saw one that was video games, and the person's first matchup was The Last of Us versus Red Dead Redemption 2. They're like, off the first one? Come on now.
Off the first one.
Off the first one. Well, if you like
Pedro
either,
Pascal,
if you
Last of Us.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Topical.
well if you
like
Good
Pedro
transition.
Pascal.
if you answered yes to either of those, you come to the right place. This is the good, the bad, and the movies. In the movies. And this week we watched a 2016 monster action. What did you say?
Wuxia.
Wookiee?
Wuxia.
What does that mean?
It's the sort of Eastern genre that this movie is.
Oh, well, a Wuxia movie called The Great Wall.
Historical fantasy.
Okay. Why wouldn't you say that earlier?
I don't know. You guys were talking. I'm trying to interrupt less.
You realize you don't have to make all the jokes?
Yeah.
Seth listened back to old episodes, people. He realized he doesn't need to always...
Yeah.
I miss that, Seth.
I miss the old asshole.
Straight from the gold, asshole.
I was like a little more nervous, and Lucas had a little more energy. He wasn't quite as drained as he is lately with all the things he's got going on in life.
That's true.
It
When's
could have
my
been the
fault?
mic, though. No, it's not your fault. I was trying to frame it that you're doing good things, but
When summer rolls around again, he's fully invested in the podcast because he doesn't have the basketball or the teaching or the schoolwork as well.
and I'm out of here.
What?
Where's Seth going?
I don't know.
Don't leave.
Where are you going?
Nowhere. I'll be here.
Okay.
What's going
I'll
on?
just have the same schedule. I'm not going anywhere.
Seth,
I'll be here.
the fuck are you doing?
Everything's fine. You need to relax.
Not on the Great Wall, they weren't. This is the Great Wall podcast. Before we get into it, we're drinking beers. We're still doing leftovers from that Super Bowl party, so we got the Blue Mountains, baby. Ooh. And I've still got 4 more Coors and 2 more Cold Smokes.
Damn.
And a whole box of Trulies. There was 1 Truly drank, so we're still set for a while.
We about to have a busy night.
They hide in
And-
the mountains in the movie. That's the
They
connection.
do. Yeah, that's a great connection.
Yeah.
And they were Coors. No,
What?
I don't know. They were light. I don't know. So the Great Wall. We're in March. This
I got
means
coffee.
just And water.
And some awkward.
Nice. And this is March. We're just doing whatever movies come up.
Martial arts March.
Got a martial arts March.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for
Martial
March
arts.
Madness.
Yeah.
Seth, are you ever gonna
Martial
come
arts.
over and watch March Madness like on the big screen with me? Like some random Wednesday where neither of us are working and we'll just watch March Madness all day?
Yeah, I pretty much always have Wednesdays off, so that'd be
I hate
awesome.
to
That's why I picked that day.
Hate to burst your bubble. March Madness Thursday through Saturday, boys. Thursday through Sunday. I apologize.
Well, you're off
Yeah.
Thursdays too.
I'm off Thursdays and Sundays.
We will continue not to do a TV talk and watch March Madness instead.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I will be playing it in my classrooms, almost certainly.
March Madness? It's a classic English history teacher kind of move.
Yeah, biology.
Sure. The Great Wall. Had you guys ever seen or heard of it before? Oh, you'd seen the Great Wall already?
I haven't seen it. I've heard of it. I remember it as a Super Bowl commercial.
Oh.
That year that it came out.
The connections with the Super Bowl beer. Shit, these are left and right.
And the mountains.
And were you intrigued by it? Did you want to see it?
I thought it was silly because at the time I thought Matt Damon was playing a Chinese man.
I did
thought
too.
That was silly.
Yeah.
Had you ever seen it, Seth? Or
No.
heard of it?
I had heard of it, and I had pretty much the same thoughts Lucas did.
Me too. Okay. Let's get into it here. Our director today is Yimou Zhang. They've done a couple films such as Codename Cougar.
Nice.
Yeah, fucking nice. Raise the Red Lantern. Shanghai Triad. They did one
names.
called Hero.
Hero,
House-
I believe, won an award at Cannes.
Oh.
Like the jury Grand Prix.
Ooh. House of Flying Daggers.
I heard
Curse
that's really good too.
of the Golden Flower. Shadow. Snipers. A Woman, a Gun, and a Noodle Shop. Crazy title. And
Just Narnia.
he also
that sounds
directed
like every Asian movie ever.
A Woman, a Gun, and a Noodle Shop.
Mm-hmm.
Usually got those three things.
And then he also directed VeggieTales, the toy that saved Christmas.
No, we didn't.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Where the hell did that come in?
There's no way.
It's right there. Tell him that you're reading it. VeggieTales.
A Woman, a Gun, and a Noodle Shop.
No.
Yeah, he made that up.
And then writers today. We've got 6 of them for this
Big
film.
writers.
2 of them are duos, and then we've got 2 separate ones, so we'll only have to go through 4 writers' filmography. The first duo is Carlo Bernard and Doug Myro. They've done films such as The Great Raid, The Uninvited. They did Prince of Persia, Sands of Time, and 30 episodes of the Netflix series Narcos.
I played Prince of Persia, Sands of Time on my Game Boy Advance.
And?
Shit game.
30 episodes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Narcos, I heard, was a great show. I never watched it, but
Me neither.
I heard it was great. Our next writer duo is Edward Zwick and Marshall Herskovitz.
Good names.
They did 85 episodes of a TV show called 30-something. And it's all one word. They did The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
They did the Gyllenhaal Anne Hathaway film Love and Other Drugs,
Wow.
where she has Parkinson's and shit. They did Jack Reacher, Never Go Back.
He never went back.
And then they've got a new TV series coming out called The Suck.
No.
Yeah, it's just called The Suck.
He's not lying about this one.
And I wasn't gonna
Not
put it
lying,
in because I was
folks.
like, I never really put like upcoming things, but I read
Yeah.
The Suck and I was like, oh, I have to say it like that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then our other 2 writers, Max Brooks.
Did you read what it was about by chance?
The Suck?
Oh,
No,
I
I
know
didn't.
this guy.
You know Max Brooks?
Read 2 of his novels.
What novels?
World War Z and Devolution.
Well, movies that he's
He wrote
directed
World War Z, huh?
written is World War Z, obviously.
That makes sense.
The Rise of the Beast, and he's written 40 episodes of SNL.
His dad, famously Mel Brooks.
I was thinking that. I thought it was, but I'm glad you said that because I thought he was Mel Brooks' son, but I wasn't sure.
He is. He so is.
I knew that Seth knew that.
Yeah, I know a lot of things.
And our last writer today is Tony Gilroy. Does that name sound
big
familiar?
name. Hell yeah, it does. He's a big name. That's
Does
Mr.
that name sound familiar?
Yeah, every name sounds familiar.
Mr. Michael Clayton.
Yep. What do you find about the suck, real quick?
It's about the Vietnam War.
What the fuck?
Blending humor, tragedy, and terror. Well, I searched the suck just on Google, and it was like it's marine jargon for when conditions are undesirable. Like embrace the suck. So it's yeah.
Well, you are right, Lucas. Tony Gilroy, Mr. Michael Clayton himself. He's also written the 4 original Bourne movies.
Michael Clayton? Did he write Jurassic Park?
No.
That's Michael Crichton. Michael Clayton is a movie.
Michael Clayton is a movie.
That's a movie?
With George Clooney. It's
He's
an
a
amazing
movie.
film.
Thought he was a camel.
So yeah, the first 4 Bourne movies. You've got Michael Clayton. You've got Rogue One, a Star Wars story. You've got Beirut. 12 episodes of the new Star Wars series Andor.
That's his shit, yeah.
And he wrote Armageddon.
Wow.
He did write Armageddon.
Wow.
When
His
I was
brother is
looking it up,
Dan Gilroy, yeah.
when I was looking it up, I was like, Tony Gilroy. I know that name. And when I saw it, I was like, oh!
I think he's generally considered one of the better writers in Hollywood.
Him and Aaron Sorkin.
Yeah, I think they're for sure. And I do think too, it's interesting there's no Chinese people on the staff.
For the writers, yeah, none. Marshall Herskovitz, definitely not a Chinese name.
No,
He'll show
probably
us.
not.
And then a cast for you. First off is Matt Damon, the big name in this. Not Chinese. And not Irish either. Could you pick up on his accent? What was his accent?
I was a weird one. It was kind of English.
It would be like an accent at some points, and then other times like, oh yeah, I got
like,
left out there.
Like Liam Neeson.
Oh,
That's how he kind of sounds.
Who's Irish?
So,
you got Matt Damon.
he's
You
Welsh.
got Tian Jing.
Same thing, I think.
You got Willem Dafoe,
Yes.
Andy Lau, Pedro Pascal,
Yeah.
Han Yu Zhang, Han Lu, and Kenny Lin.
Woo.
Han Liu.
Good cast.
Good cast. The big 3 names are no Chinese names. Matt Damon, Willem Dafoe, and Pedro Pascal. I do
Makes
like
sense for the
Pedro.
story.
Though. Yeah, well, I was the question that I asked about the whitewashing was okay because at least like they had a reason that they were over there. Like a lot of these films, they're just like, we need a name. We have to put we have to put Ben Affleck over here, and it's like there's no reason.
Yeah.
It's not like Pocahontas is being played by a white lady. Like it was like a white guy and a Spanish guy playing a white guy and a Spanish guy.
Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't like Othello in blackface or anything.
Precisely. They weren't doing the finger thing.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? Yeah, if Matt Damon just once did the
whole
finger thing
movie.
to his eyes.
They got like tape on the corners.
Yeah, just notice his hands.
Yeah, that'd be a lot. Yeah.
When you said tape, I was thinking not like
He's still
like
doing
clear-
Irish accent.
I was thinking like not like clear Scotch tape, but like just full on duct tape
Yes,
or
yeah.
like the camo duct tape.
Yeah.
Pulling it back.
Green screen.
So that's that. Plot today is that in ancient China, a group of European mercenaries encounters a secret army that maintains and defends the Great Wall of China against a horde of monstrous creatures.
Hell yeah, they do.
Yeah, they sure do.
They
The
do.
Crane women,
Did
they do.
you guys ever read Johnny Tremaine in elementary
did.
school?
He did.
Did your teacher do the little activity where she tapes all your fingers together after his hand gets blown up in the war and his fingers melt together? And she's like, "This is what it's like to live crippled in your hands." And she like
As a
taped,
crab person, no.
Yeah, she taped our thumbs to our fingers, and we had to go around for like an hour. It's just
You lived like that.
for an hour, and I didn't
This is what
go
fucking
home like
public
that or
school was
anything.
like.
This is what public school is like. Yeah.
Jesus
I
Christ.
think I read Johnny Tremaine.
I read it in 6th grade. Miss Tognetti.
I think we had a Princeton lecturer come in and talk about Johnny Tremaine for us
That's
when I was in the
crazy.
4th grade.
That's awesome.
Was Johnny Tremaine was the Boston Massacre one, right? Or the Boston
What?
Tea Party?
Yeah.
He went to, I think it was Revolutionary War.
Yeah, it was right
yeah.
around
That's
then.
the Tea Party.
Yeah.
Yeah, Boston Massacre. Isn't that around the same
marathon?
timeline? No, not the Boston Marathon.
Boston Massacre was not the Tea Party.
But I do remember this now. Yeah, I read Johnny Tremaine.
The Boston Massacre, you don't think is a thing?
The Boston Massacre was a thing.
It's definitely a thing.
It's when LeBron eliminated the Celtics.
No.
Yeah, in Game 7.
Maybe the Boston Massacre is just the Boston Marathon thing. The Boston Massacre.
Right.
It's definitely a thing.
It says it happens in 1770. So yeah, short Revolutionary War time.
It wasn't like a modern day massacre where it's 60 to 100. It was like I think it was like the Redcoats had shot like firing squad in public.
They killed
like drunk guys.
It's not like
a candlestick maker.
It was still like
the
inappropriate.
U.S. cavalry would kill thousands of Native Americans and be like, "This is the Battle of Delaware."
Yeah. This is the most brave thing we've ever done.
So fucked up.
Yeah. That's our history.
Well, and now some history.
Yeah.
Sorry,
the tape on the eyes thing reminded me of the Johnny Tremaine thing we did in 6th
I did
grade.
read it. I'm glad you brought that up. I had to do a little research, but I did read. Short history for you guys. The Great Wall 2016 monster film that is directed by Yimou Zhang. It's his first English language film. Principal photography for the film began on March 30th, 2015 and Qingdao, China, and it premiered in Beijing on the 6th of December, 2016. It was released by China Film Group in China on December 16th, 2016, and in the US on February 17th, 2017, by Universal Pictures, and then Japan took it on April 14th. The film received mixed reviews, but did receive praise for its action sequences. The film was considered a box office flop due to an estimated marketing expense of $110 million to advertise this film. The film also received much initial backlash for having a white protagonist savior in an Eastern setting film, but Zhang criticized the detractors and wanted people to embrace the film for having an ensemble Chinese cast and hoping it to be a foundation for future Chinese films to come.
Okay.
I remember it being a pretty extravagant Super Bowl ad. So that makes sense that they pushed hard for it.
So after
$110 million, that's crazy. Is that
after they did all that is not factored in. The budget is separate from the marketing, so they spent another 110 on marketing. But that's a good question to ask about the budget, because if you're doing the books,
budget.
Lucas, I loved last week when fucking Seth and Devin wouldn't shut up and they just kept talking to each other themselves, and we just kept going, "Can you guess the dime? It's time."
Sounds like a lot of that episode.
For the dime.
There was a lot of that episode.
We did that for like 2 minutes straight. You guys just kept talking. We just guess the dime. Like, it's very quiet underneath all of it.
Oh boy.
And you didn't even know, did you?
It sounds familiar, but I kind of checked out.
Devin was so drunk, he definitely doesn't remember.
I only had one beer before we started, I think, but
one beer,
30 ounces.
It's budget time.
It's a big beer.
You're kicking it off. 30-ounce beer? Shit.
Yeah, it was like the gas station.
It was a big
they
gulp.
have them on the soda machines now. You can get 144-ounce beer.
And one of those water jugs that has like the wheel tire at the bottom of it, like a town pump kind of thing.
The what?
There's like big water jugs, and they have like a little fake like tire at the bottom of it. Like they're super big. They're like round.
I think this is a dream you had.
It's not ones that you fill up at the soda things or anything. This is just a big jug that you can buy. It's like $15.
It's
with a
water.
Wheel?
It doesn't have any water in it initially. You would have to fill it up. It's just a container.
But you're not allowed to fill it up.
No,
you can only
supposed
buy
to roll it
the
on the
container.
floor?
Yeah. What's the practicality of the
It's
tire.
not. It's just at the bottom.
Why?
I don't know.
Who's that for?
The people.
NASCAR fans?
Yeah.
That drink a
What?
lot of water? I don't think that
They
coincides
can fill
very
it
well.
up with whatever they want at home. It doesn't
But it's
have to
for
be water.
water.
It doesn't have to be for water.
But it should be.
It's a receptacle for drinks.
I've not seen those.
Guess the
Beer.
fucking budget.
Budget was... How much was Transformers again? 300? 250?
The Transformers 5, the last night, I think, was 225 million.
Okay, because I was going to say 160. I didn't know if that was too high or not.
I don't
Let's
know
say
why I did
160. I don't know either. Are you
Um,
mad that I was... Like, am I
He-
cheating by
He
looking
was
for
mad at
previous
asking
movies?
about.
I
He
thought
doesn't get a
Brandon was
frame
gonna
of
do
reference.
The budget of every Transformers movie.
Oh,
He
you're
was
just
really excited
not
about
looking
it.
forward to. So the first one was
I'm gonna. What'd you guess? 160. I'm gonna guess hard in
Yeah.
the paint. and say 210 million
Damn.
damn.
And one
For
of you
this-
guys is
for this
so close.
movie.
Oh shit.
It's 150 million.
Oh
God
shit.
damn it!
It's still a fucking big budget.
Yeah,
150 is crazy.
I figured if they spent 110 on marketing, it had to be at least more than that.
And it is.
Yeah.
Lucas, what do you think it made opening weekend?
Is this China or USA?
US, I think, is
Yeah.
what opening weekend I can find on IMDb.
Because I guess it was released in China first.
Yeah.
That's my thinking. I'll say 18 million dollars. $20 million.
2018, $20 million. Okay.
$20
So
million
this-
dollars.
So this is just the U.S. opening
I
weekend.
believe it's just the US.
All right, I'll say 40.
40 million. One of you guys is so close. 0.5.
Damn. Oh, he's
What
gone.
was
He's
it?
gone. 18.5.
Oh, that's almost what I said. Plus
I
1.5.
know. Or minus 1.5. You're right around it either way.
Yeah.
Seth, US and
Surrounded
Canada total.
Total
In totality.
94 million.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Good
say
guess.
Lucas usually tells you if it's a good guess. He grimaced at this one.
Because he wanted to guess it.
To $65 million.
Okay. Lucas is our winner again. It's 45.5.
I guess no matter what number he picked in there, he would have won.
Why?
Because all those numbers are closer to 45 than 94.
Yeah.
Like, you can't have 18 to 65. That's not allowed. You just let him
That
do
range.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, he still won.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
And
I would
then-
be more upset.
Lucas, starting off worldwide. This is where China comes in.
This is where it all comes down
Did
to.
people in China watch this film? Lucas always
Where
asks
it
me that,
all
and he's like,
comes
did
down to.
Yeah.
the Chinese watch The Great Wall?
I don't really have my finger on the pulse of Chinese society lately.
Me neither. I'm gonna say total made 65 in America box office
It didn't.
flop.
Made 45 in America, but
I'm gonna say $200 million. Jeff.
okay. Seth?
$201 million.
Seth is our winner.
Yeah.
It's 334.9 million.
Jesus.
You guys weren't close at all.
But I was closer.
You
I mean, I
misled us
guess.
with
Yeah.
the flop information.
Bitch.
I mean that's still $260 million. I don't know if that factors in advertising costs for China or anything too. I figured the 110 was just my American stuff, but I could be wrong.
I'm
But
fuming.
They use pesos over there, Brandon.
they do not use pesos in China.
What
They don't do
use?
dollars.
Yen.
No, that's Japan.
I thought they used yen.
I thought it was Jenny in Japan.
Who's Jenny?
It's a currency.
Chinese currency is the yen.
What the fuck is in Japan?
What is it again?
Is it Jenny?
No, not Japanese currency. It's yen.
What?
But there's
They
It was
share it?
YUAN in China.
so it's yuan
I don't.
and yen.
I thought China had their own like shared currency over in Asia.
Yuan.
Like, you know how Brazil and like Argentina are trying to create their own like shared like Europe has the euro. I thought Asia had something like that too.
The AG.
That's probably what it is. Yeah, the AG.
The symbol
euro,
for yuan is also
Southie
used
in
in
Brazil.
Chinese to refer to the currency units of Japan, yen, and Korea, won.
Yeah, so they have a shared currency like the euro.
Yeah.
It's the yen. Interesting.
The more you
Hate
know.
that.
Well, they're trying to
Okay.
get away from you have to buy oil with the American dollar, which is what keeps us in power. So in like 20 years, and everybody has a different global currency, we're gonna be super fucked. Yeah, that's the idea.
So $150 million budget without factoring in advertising, $335 million might be a win. Some people say it's a flop. Maybe it just barely broke
You
even.
did.
What do we want to know?
You told us that before, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I found in my research.
I'm so mad.
It was considered a box office flop.
I got away scot-free. The Price is Right bullshit.
He's not even mad about your 201 guess.
I think he knows it's fair because he picked 45 numbers simultaneously and you didn't do a thing about it. 47 numbers. 48.
48 it was.
It was 48.
30 numbers. And so with that, budget's done. It's tagline time. There's only one.
Ooh.
It's not fun either.
Okay. It just says me so horny.
No, it does not.
Brandon, you're doing really bad research. The second one.
I like that that's a part of my research and not just me just playing a stupid joke. Me so horny.
It's not my fault that I said it. The second one of mankind's greatest wonders, 1,700 years to build, 5,500 miles long. What were they trying to keep out? It's the Mongolians. It's in every textbook.
Or monsters.
Yeah,
the Tao Tei.
The way they describe Mongolians in history is pretty risque.
These fucking monsters.
The big one was Genghis Khan.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, taglines of our own because that one sucks.
That was a pretty good one.
Mongolian grill your ass.
No.
It's
a really long tagline.
I know. The Great Ball.
He's defending his adopted home from mankind's greatest threat.
Ooh.
Mongolians. The Great Ball is kind of funny, but it's not about testicles. It's just like a big dance they're all having. The monsters are there. And
they're all crying.
They're all crying because it's such a beautiful night, and like they know.
No, the Great Ball. They all cry.
Oh,
together.
I see. I thought it was doing like a prom thing. They're dancing and crying, yeah. And like these last 4 years, we're all going to our different colleges, and they're all like crying because they know the memories they've shared will last forever. But now they're done making them.
So this is a monster and Chinese graduation.
Yeah, Chinese graduation dance
with testicles.
We're also having the movie The Great Wall tagline be The Great Ball.
Yeah.
Great Wall, the Great Ball.
Is it like so? Which ball are we using? Like LL or like WL?
It's up for interpretation.
AWLL.
The Great.
Oh,
okay, that's
good. You get a both.
It's the Great Ball, and they're all the monster like Hezi crosses over the Emperor of China and then dunks on him.
Zoran crosses up a monster.
Yeah, he balls him.
He balled him.
What about
how about the bad wall of China? The fine wall.
The baddie. What about like I'm trying to think of something actually good and not just fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like the Great Ball.
It's not really my niche.
It's a wicked battle.
Wicked battle.
Okay,
now that's Dunkin' Donuts.
I just thought the voice was funny. I didn't know. I forgot you were doing Matt Damon.
Yeah. It's a wicked battle out of Dunkin' Donuts.
Park the car at the Harvard wall.
Park the car at the Harvard wall.
That was accent when he was doing it for like 60% and just gave up. Yeah.
I like that one.
Was it park the car at the Harvard wall?
Yeah.
That's a great tagline. I love it.
Perfect Boston accent.
All right. Then that means it's fact time. The great facts of China.
Matt facts. To whitewash the facts.
Tao Tei facts.
Tao Tei facts.
Tao Tei facts.
Pedro facts.
I was gonna say Pedro Faxal.
That's pretty good.
Ooh, that's
I
better.
love that dude.
He's awesome. Genuinely. And he's like really friendly.
He seems like he's got very kind eyes. I don't know.
That's probably where he linked up with Mr. Tony Gilroy.
For Andor
Making
and
this piece of
whatnot.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It worked out for everybody in the end.
Except the viewers. Actually, I heard Andor's great. I heard Andor's really good.
I refuse to watch it. Star Wars has entered Marvel territory for me.
Yeah,
Fuck
I mean,
'em.
it's all Disney.
I mean, I don't think I was ever planning on watching Andor or the Book of Boba Fett or a lot of those things. Maybe at some point. But I have always wanted to watch The Mandalorian. I've heard The
Fucking
Mandalorian.
sucks.
Like, I mean, it keeps getting nominated for shit too. I've heard it's so good.
I don't know, man.
If
I
me
don't
and-
take nominations too seriously.
If me and my friends found Baby Yoda, we'd kill him with hammers.
I feel
for
like you
real.
said that before.
Yoda versus all those Tao Tei.
Yoda.
Versus
That's
my
easy.
hammers.
Your
Hammers.
army hammers.
The Hammergler.
Yeah.
Hammergler.
All right, so facts. We're doing.
Pedro
Pedro
Paxal.
Faxal.
Yeah, all right.
I think that beats out the Great Wall of Facts.
Or
Matt Fax is the other one.
yeah, Pascal.
Pedro Faxal. Let's do Pedro Faxal now. Rarely do we all just shut up when one of us like announces something like that. Everybody's like, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It like goes on for another 15.
Or me or Lucas needs to get like the last say.
Yeah.
Bleh.
Or like a sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bleh.
sometimes you have to get up and get a sandwich. Bleh.
That
A blood sandwich. Bleh.
work is the blood that you know.
I mean, if you were our Morbius,
Craig
you'd be able to
for
get a
Ajou.
sandwich so fast.
I was thinking the blood was the bread.
No, for sure the au jus.
Yeah, I love au jus.
Frozen blood is the loaves.
Yeah, yeah,
What is inside the sandwich?
yeah.
What is the rest of the sandwich? If frozen blood is the loaves of bread.
It's more blood. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like
like a slush.
gelatin.
Oh.
Yeah, slush and gelatinous, and then you dip it in the au jus blood.
Yeah.
And then you say bleh. You want to hear my first Pedro Faxal?
Yes.
Before we keep talking about blood?
Yes.
I fucking love this fact because it's so fucking. It's like, of course, the filmmakers were denied permission to film on the actual Great Wall of China, so locations were added digitally.
Yeah.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah. It is kind of funny that they asked. Like at least they tried, I
Can we
guess.
film on one of the 7
I
wonders of
genuinely
the
thought they
ancient
would.
world?
I thought this thing was like a Chinese funded thing, so they were like, "Go for it."
I
Make
thought
us look
You know how
good
much
against
money
the
they get for
horrors of the
tourism
world.
from that, though?
well, you could maybe do a couple shots on that, but all
It's
of
so
the
long.
all the equipment you'd have to put on that though, like the damage you do to the structure itself, just with
And all the
the
Tao
cameras
Tei?
and people you'd have on it. You could
All the
do
Tao
like
Tei.
one tracking shot and make it like your most beautiful
You'd
shot.
have to put fucking saw blades
all
in
the
the middle
Tao
of it.
Tei, all the holes you have to put in the wall.
For the saw blade scissor things? Yeah. So that was the first. When I read it, I was like, fucking course they didn't do it. Next one. I have to put this in. The next one is this was the most expensive Chinese film ever due to the huge amount of crew involved, and they had over 100 translators.
Wow.
That can't be part of a huge part of the budget.
With 100 translators. When Seth and I watched this together, Seth loved the one warrior that like ended up being like the cook. We referred to him as the cook the whole time or whatnot.
Oh yeah, kitchen boy.
The kitchen boy, because Matt Damon only spoke to him like he understood him every time. He's like, "You're gonna come with me, right?" And he's like, "Kong Shay," and you're like, "Oh, what?"
Anyang.
Anyang. That's exactly. Anyang is exactly what this was.
This movie is.
This
This
movie is a
kitchen
boy.
This movie is Anyang. Next,
That's a good fact.
Anyang powder.
for his role as an archer.
Thanks,
Ma-
Lucas.
For his role as an archer, Matt Damon was trained in Hungary by Lajos Kasai, a world champion archer.
He was trained in Hungary by a chef, Brandon, for his
By
was
Anyang.
for his stomach. Yeah.
I am hungry.
That's who trained him.
But yeah, he was trained by a world-class archer for
Didn't
this
seem
film.
necessary.
No, everything was added in post. He didn't.
He didn't actually hit those shots, or did he? Remember the fact of what was the Danny DeVito movie we did, Deck the Halls, where Matthew Broderick's trained for 6 months with a speed skater
for a 2-minute
a
scene,
2-minute
and he was
scene.
so bad. He was such a
Yeah.
bad speed skater.
That's part of the scene.
That's so funny.
And then he tells his daughter to. He's like,
Just hot
hey
shit or
baby,
something.
yeah, hey baby, why don't you bring that over here? I think Lucas gave that movie like a 6.
I think it's
I wanna watch
7.3.
that.
Good rating.
I would love to work on a movie where I get to make the decisions on like what they need to train for. You can't make this movie without Matt Damon being a master archer. Like, we do all the shots. It's all CGI arrows. He doesn't shoot any of them. I know, but they're gonna know the form. They're not gonna know.
Maybe it's one of your facts, but I read he turned down the role of Manchester by the Sea for this movie so he could make some money.
I did not read that. That is fucking crazy.
Yeah, I could have won Best Actor.
Casey
The
Affleck
eventual
was
Best
so.
Actor role.
Casey Affleck was so good in that movie.
I know. I think Matt Damon and that director are like best buddies. He's in all of his plays and shit.
Is that McDonough?
No, it's Kenneth Lonergan.
That's Kenneth. Yeah, that's right.
It was written for this
Dude.
podcast, I think. There's been another movie
The
on this podcast.
the next he has been. I'll look that up. The next fact is that the beasts in this film are called the Tao Tei, named after an evil fiend in Chinese mythology. However, here they are represented as alien monster beings.
Beans.
No, not beings. Beings.
Beans.
They were.
Oh, you.
I thought they were interesting monsters, but they kind of got stale a little bit. You left them out too long.
they got super
out.
stale. They dried out.
Yeah.
Kenneth Lonergan. I remember him being on something. I'm trying to find it.
His writerography.
It's not 30 hours.
He wrote Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
I'll find it somewhere. I don't find it on his IMDb,
I'll
so
look.
I wonder. Maybe he was connected with something. I don't remember. Next one is that these are people that almost got cast. Bryan Cranston was in early talks for the role of Ballard before Willem Dafoe was cast.
But he had to do
Ballard,
that bad Godzilla movie instead.
Additionally, Edward Zwick, one of the writers, was set to direct this at one point, with Henry Cavill to star as Matt Damon's role of William.
Superman.
I
feel like he would have done a better accent.
Potentially.
He's not from the UK, is he?
The accent wasn't needed, though.
Well, he needed some kind of accent. He needed something that wasn't an American accent. Because they didn't, exist yet.
Like an Ohio accent.
Yeah, Ohio...
Ohio would have been great.
Relative to the history of China, is pretty recent. The founding of Ohio. But, is Henry Cavill an American dude?
Yeah,
he's handsome.
Yeah,
and he's
but I
the
thought
Witcher.
I thought the actor was British for some reason.
They would never.
They
Most
would.
American figure of all time.
Superman?
Yeah.
I guess you could argue that.
Next fact: the belief that the Great Wall of China is.
I can't figure this shit out, Brandon. Sorry.
I'll try and search it through my notes or whatnot from the scripts. It wasn't something that he wrote or directed or anything. It was like a weird thing, but next is that the belief that the Great Wall of China is the only man-made structure on Earth that can be seen from the naked eye from the ISS is a myth.
Was that part of the movie? Was that one of the facts?
That's just a Great Wall fact, I guess.
Yeah.
Found it. It's a myth.
They said it in the movie too.
Oh,
Did they?
There you go.
Yeah.
Next.
One day we'll be up there and we'll probably see how big this fucking thing really is.
One day I will be on the International Space Station, says Chinese warrior from the 14th century.
Yeah.
Next, while a guest on Mark Maron's WTF podcast, Matt Damon said that he knew the movie was going to be a dud when he had about 4 months left shooting. Damon witnessed the director cave to the film's backers over his vision. And so he knew, but he was, like you said, he was making that money.
He got
That
compromised.
That's squeeze.
That's squeeze.
Are you put a noise in? Oh, okay. I thought you were writing down a timestamp.
No, I'm looking up the Great Wall.
I was
That's
worried
monkey
about
business.
Yeah,
that's the one.
I was worried you were gonna put in a really gross sound effect for squeeze.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I would never.
Yeah. Well,
I probably would.
Yeah.
I'm doing
It sounds right up your alley.
If there's something that I'm gonna do, it's gonna be something super horrendous. Oh, he fucking died.
Oh shit.
My last one is nominations. I've got 5 things. Chinese American Film Festival. It was the winner for Outstanding Film of the Golden Angel Award.
Nice.
At the Golden Trailer Awards,
That's
it was
me.
nominated for Golden Fleece TV Spot.
I'm Brandon.
I don't know what that means. The Hubao Film Awards was nominated for Outstanding Film. New Zealand Cinematographer Society, it just won for features.
Hell yeah, it did.
The Gold Award. And at the All Deaf Movie Awards, it was the winner for most out-of-place white person in a film for Matt Damon.
But the All Deaf Movie Awards? What the fuck is that a category for?
DEF.
Yeah, like definitely movies.
Like Def Leopard.
I thought it was a hearing.
Definitely a leopard.
And all of them are just voting on the most random white
the winner
person.
is the Great Wall. What? The winner is the Great Wall. What?
It's a big wall.
No, he's saying what back now? What? What?
He doesn't. He actually doesn't know sign language. Great Wall.
He never learned his.
Doing the finger
say
thing.
his own language.
Yeah. So that's my facts today. Now we can get into the movie. 30 movies.
30 movies.
It's a lot of movies.
30 minutes.
That's a lot of movies.
Too long. Done like 88.
Mm-hmm. We've done a lot of movies on this, and I'm proud.
And I helped.
More than Nicole Kidman could ever fucking do.
Oh my god, there she is, whitewashing China. She's got a paintbrush.
Yeah, I was about to say she's literally just painting it.
Yeah,
No.
she's in an Apache helicopter, just like crop dusting it over.
Oh,
It's like
the Great Wall.
It's like when they have
paint.
Oh
Like water
no.
getting infected.
But at least the Lakers won, so who cares?
They did win today. They beat the Mavs.
Yeah, they did.
That's why
I
you
can't
said
believe.
that.
It was actually a reference to an Earl Sweatshirt song.
I was just thinking of, like you said in the Apache when they pour out all that fire deterrent when there's like a fire. It's just
water.
No. When they do like all that red shit.
It's like
Napalm.
cotton candy or something.
It's not napalm. It is not cotton
Some sort
candy.
of suffocant, like a fire retardant substance.
Yeah, like I said.
Yeah.
But
I wasn't listening.
But she's just pouring lead paint, just white lead paint all over the Great Wall of China. If they painted the Wall of China, what color would it be?
It'd be white. If people in China painted it, what color would it be?
I don't want to fall into this trap.
Yeah, what do you want to say? It's red. I think they paint it red.
Yeah,
They'd be intimidating.
Or yellow, maybe.
Hey!
Their flag is red and yellow, Lucas.
Hey!
You got him. Gotcha.
Got his ass. Got him.
Got him.
All right. It's movie time. You get war drums as you zoom into China on an animated globe.
Inspired my tweet.
Text reading about the history of the Great Wall. Yeah, what did you tweet today?
It was when we were watching it last night.
Oh, you tweeted it last night?
Yeah.
What did you tweet?
It was, you guys both
liked
liked
it.
Yeah,
we were the only 2 likes.
Yeah, which is all of my tweets. I went through Lucas's likes and it's just like me 8 times in a row because he's what a homie. But it was something like my ancestors rode into war behind the base of a war drum, and I honor that by listening to Fall Out Boy while I bench press 90 pounds.
That's right.
Yeah. You say you're not goth.
I'm not goth. You can like Fall Out Boy and Panic at the Disco without being goth. I can't, but I think other people wouldn't fall into the same trap.
You certainly cannot like Fall Out Boy without being a little punk.
Yeah, because I feel it like in my bones. I'm like, oh my god, I am in Chicago.
You feel it in DB Cooper's bones for sure.
They're always in a different.
He does.
City. He did.
What other goth things do you do?
I don't know, man.
What other emo punk things do you do? You wear your rose earrings.
Yeah, which
is
a
pentagram. He has a leather bracelet.
I do have a leather bracelet somewhere. Because I get like a pack of them at Route 21. There's always one in there that I like, and you can't buy them separately, so I end up owning.
How many come in a pack?
It's like 4 or 5, and it's $3. And there's only like 2 in there that I like, so there's 3 of them that just sit on my dresser forever. And those are like the leather ones. They just sit around.
Emergency ones. Yeah.
Yeah, they're emergency bracelets if I lose the other ones.
I'm trying to think of other
on all my escapades.
Other emo things you do.
Brush my teeth.
You push those kids down in the park.
Push those kids in the park. I'd be sad, which is only goth people are sad.
If you're not sad, you're not goth.
Can I be like classic goth at least, like Renaissance era? Stained glass.
No,
giant cathedrals.
I picture you as No. I picture you I picture you as the people that danced under that bridge
that are doing the mosh pitting thing.
Yeah.
You think with the glow sticks?
With the glow stick, yeah, you're rave goth.
So they got like the cut off black jean jacket with and the pink and black striped underarm
hair, wearing like a gas mask. Yeah, that's you.
You think that's how you see me?
Scared administrators.
That's totally you. And you push kids down in the park.
Scared administrators.
That's just like a Seth thing.
Yeah, that's specific.
The pushing kids down.
Let's not put all goths under the bus. I used to have a pea coat. Is that close enough to a trench coat? You say I scare school administrators? Am I just like walking by schools in a trench coat?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's Seth.
Yeah.
Hey.
Down to a T.
Any other? I guess
down to a T-shirt.
If you think of any other goth things I do, I guess just let me know.
Leave us a voice message on Anchor and send it with a recipe. You're the tall guy. I'm the weird one, and you're the goth.
All right.
I think it's settled.
Cook.
Let him cook.
Let him cook. The short weird guy.
The short weird guy coming in here. We get texts about the history of the Great Wall, all that. This story is apparently one of the legends of why the reason the Great Wall was built. And you get a crack in the bricks, and why are you laughing so much?
Nothing. It's literally nothing.
Are you laughing at let him cook or crack?
It's a thing I was thinking about earlier today.
Oh, it's literally nothing.
Yeah.
What a goth thing to do.
So.
But you get like an animated crack in the wall of the Great Wall. It zooms through the bricks to a desert land as men on horses are being chased down by other men on horses.
A horse chase.
Seth was like, good transition.
Pretty good. Pretty cool shots.
I didn't like the transition. I like the very beginning shot where they're zooming on the Great Wall, but then it's just like suddenly daytime and the desert. It's weird.
My mom just texted me the most mom thing of all time. She says, what does it mean when someone says you have bangers?
It's just the new way to say bangs, I think. So you got cool hair, Karen.
Breasts?
No, like the.
I guess
if you have bangers, I think it's you got sick ass jokes or like you have a lot of catchphrases.
Music, I think.
Something is a banger. Like,
well, yeah.
If something's super good, it's fire, it's lit, bay fam, it's a banger.
Yeah, and that's usually about music. But if somebody said, "Brandon, you got some bangers," what do you think that would mean? Because you don't have any music. You've never released anything.
I probably just think they were talking about my fat cock.
You think that's bangers and mash? That's my dick and balls.
Yeah, that's my dick and balls. Yeah. Bangers and mash.
That's dumb.
I don't know. I know what the normal bangers is, but I don't know.
Yeah.
You have bangers. Odd. Lucas is gone.
Yeah, he died.
But
he was tired of our conversation.
Matt Damon seems to be the leader of the chased group of horsemen. And it's quite the archers they escape. He's turning around, sniping people in the fucking neck. Excuse you, Lucas. And they are the European mercenaries that are stealing something from the Mongolians, I'm guessing, which are solely referred to as the something tribe.
Is he pouring himself coffee?
I think he's pouring himself coffee. I thought he was peeing at first.
No, it's like too short.
Yeah.
You know how long it is from experience. Sorry, where are we? I'm very distracted. What's going on in my ears?
The tribe,
the clan of no name or something. The order, the no name order of
no, the monk.
The who?
Oh my god! I hear him
I'm like yelling over a sound they're not gonna hear.
This is so loud in my fucking ears.
What was this clan?
The Mongolians that they're running from. What are
they're like the hill people or
the hill tribe?
The hill tribe.
Thank God.
There's something with a hill.
I cannot concentrate.
I can't think. There's too much. There's like
he has
radio static in my ears.
He has to be doing it right into the fucking microphone.
It's like when the TV's on the wrong channel, but it's in my brain.
when you accidentally have it on channel 4 instead of channel 3.
Yeah, all the ants, and it's just yeah. Is that a foot?
I think he's coming back. Yeah, that's a foot for sure. He needs to quit with that rapper.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
Anyway.
Oh god, am I going through a psychosis right now?
Matt Damon has this weird like Irish accent as they talk about how many men they've lost in their quest for this black gunpowder that the Chinese hold.
Are they camping at night? Is that what's going on?
They're camping they've escaped the chasing crew by letting go of their horses, and they chase the other horses.
Okay.
They're camping at night and whatnot.
I think I'm back.
Their quest for the gunpowder, and you get to see like a POV.
He's so pleased with himself.
Yeah, he's like, oh, what happened, guys?
What did I miss, boys? Yeah, caused me to disassociate for 4 minutes. He's like, what's going on? I was just doing some things you don't know about.
Sorry, because
you couldn't hear it.
It's not a phone call. Clearly a rapper, right?
It's a very rude phone call on your end if it was a phone call. You're just crinkling plastic into the receiver. I had to take crying, wiping tears.
Yeah, they're after gunpowder.
Yeah, they are. And you get like a Tao Tei monster like POV shot of it like crawling through the grass, like looking at the fire.
Bad.
And it eventually comes up, takes one of Matt Damon's groups trying to hunt. So they pull out their broadswords, but it actually killed 3 of them. I missed the other 2 deaths.
Yeah.
Brandon I think it killed all 3 right away.
It like you see all their faces for a split second. It like swiped at one of them, and then it just shows the other faces and kind of implied that they were taken or whatever. But
there were like 42 cuts in 9 seconds.
It was bad.
It was hard to keep track of.
Brandon thought one of them died, and I was like, "Where did the other 2 go then, Brandon? What do you think happened?"
It's only Pedro Pascal, Tovar, and Matt Damon and William left. They ran away. They were scared. But they pull out their broadswords, and he's able to cut off like the arm of this giant creature that has like scaly lizard skin, but all those close-up shots of them slicing through the fire, I couldn't see shit. It was hard. But they end up collecting
intentionally, I think.
Yeah, I mean to keep the suspense, but I can't see anything.
They don't want to reveal
the Transformers flaw.
Oh.
But anyway, they've got this arm and they're going to keep it with them. And they're the only 2 left. And they're on horseback. They're being chased again. They're going up a hill and they stumble upon the Great Wall of China. And they get there.
Oh, shit.
And all the archers on the Great Wall of China immediately shoot and create a circle around them. It was very bad CGI arrows.
It's pretty bad.
Set the meters. There's no way that would happen. One of them would have hit them. You were pissed.
So
I was pretty upset about that.
They're so good.
I guess they were really good archers.
I mean, that's all they've grown up to be. This is the No Name Alliance.
It's not an alliance.
The No Name Coventry.
It's not. They're not witches. It's like the order of the No Name. I don't know. I can't believe neither of us wrote that down.
Anyway, the No Name Coventry, whatever.
It's the rapper No Name.
William and Tovar, Matt Damon and Pascal, they surrender. They are brought in to be questioned about the arm that they found and why they're here. And I put the captain of this Chinese army, Commander Lin, the first one they call down, is a female. I was like, nice. Good win. for the females. Lucas spit Rice Krispie treat all over laughing. Good one, females.
All right, I'm done now eating. I had my snack.
What was so funny?
I was just eating and you started laughing at me.
I wasn't
We
laughing
were
at
laughing
you.
at you.
I was laughing at Brandon saying this pandering piece of shit was like a win for women.
Good win, women.
Yeah.
It kind of was. She's a protagonist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like a win. I could be wrong.
It wasn't. There's like a forced
email
romance either.
I guess that's true. You know, email me death threats if you think I'm being sexist right now, I guess.
I mean, and she was fine, and yes, they didn't push romance on them.
No.
Sort of like
No.
a Mad Max and Furiosa relationship.
Furiosa, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I like that correlation.
The problem was she had like,
except the Mad Max relationship is like Mad Max Fury Road's one of the greatest films of the last decade. So
yeah, that.
Well,
they always have the protagonist in this. She's always like covered in makeup, like looks pristine. She's never like she's the emperor, or not the emperor. She's the general commander of this army, and she's somehow like got zero scratches or dirt or blemishes or anything. Like she still has to be. Well, yeah, I'm not saying you can't look good or anything. That's the idea.
People that fight can look good.
Okay.
Jesus.
You know what? I'm done. I'm not fighting. I'm not dying on this hill. We're moving on.
You're dying on this wall.
I'm dying on this wall.
This great wall.
I'm not dying on this wall. I'm getting down. I'm not talking about this.
He's leaving.
I'm going back to the
capital.
You know what I was talking about, and you agree with me, and I'm being gaslit.
You should put that out.
It's Brandon's.
What?
You're gaslit. You're lit on fire with gasoline.
What happens next?
My first initial question when seeing the whole army, and Seth and I kind of talked about this, is why are they color coordinated like Power Rangers? Like each one of them.
I haven't know. The
yellow one, the red one,
Rangers.
The blue one, the black one, and the white one. I was like, this is the Power Rangers.
It's a little too pristine. It jumps off a little too much.
Where is
This
Tommy?
is too pristine now.
What?
Where was Tommy?
He's dead, isn't he?
Actually, he is. Yeah, he took his life. The sad
idiot. The worst part, I think. I mean, the color coding was already kind of bad. Like it was like glistening and shiny. They looked plastic, but some of them had horns. Like they had like Loki's helmet and shit.
One of them had like an eagle's face crest thing that came down to the middle of their forehead.
Sick.
I mean, it was sick, but yeah, it was really overdone with the costumes. They were great costumes. Like I'll give them that, but
it didn't make sense.
I think they're too bright. I think you're right on that. Little
and they're Power Rangers, but everyone in this room is shocked that they found this arm because it's early this year to see that arm. They're like, oh my god, it's early. They're coming early. But my biggest question is, why the fuck is Willem Dafoe in the corner watching them?
Yeah, well, he's doing his Willem Dafoe thing. That was my note. So he does in every movie. He sort of creeps.
Yeah.
Willem Dafoe plays a great creep, but my favorite role of Willem Dafoe's is the Florida Project.
Well, yeah, of course. He's almost a little. He's kind of playing into that a little bit in the Florida Project, where you think he's a little creepy at the beginning because he's Willem Dafoe, but he turns out to be a heart of gold.
But then when that guy is creeping around the hotel and he's like, "What are you doing here? Do you stay here? Do you have kids?" And he's just watching the little girls. Oh, it broke my fucking heart. I was so happy.
He's a savior. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Exactly.
Have you seen the Florida Project?
No, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Oh my god, we need to watch that. We need to watch that.
Okay.
Marino loves it so much. But yeah, so he's just hanging in the corner. Willem Dafoe's there. And then the drums start. Smoke's rising as the wall is under attack from the Tao Tei, who are 9 days early. This is every 60 years they come back.
They're preemies.
Yeah. They are preemies.
It seems like a lot of Chinese or Asian lore is based off of recurring enemies. Because remember in the Dragon Wars, it was like every 120 years the dragon comes back. The Imugi.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously you have to set up that lore for the Imugi and the Yuiju. And the Baraki.
And the good Imugi, yeah.
And the good Imugi. Don't forget about that good Imugi. Everyone always forgets about the good Imugi.
They usually do.
I did forget.
Everybody's always like, you yeeju this and you yeeju that. And
What about the good Imugi?
What about the good Imugi? God damn.
Saved the day.
Yeah. Took out Baraki.
His name would imply that, yeah.
But yeah, this is actually very D-War-esque in that sense.
I think it's just a good lore setup. It's quick and easy too. It's like every 60 years.
Yeah,
Here's one of those.
Is it? I thought they were fighting him continuously for 60 years.
No,
I thought it was a 60-year battle.
No, I think it's a.
Is this
like a curse type of deal?
Is this China's version of like cicadas? Like
yeah, kind of.
They're
like a plague.
Yeah, every 17 year they got like a 17-year birth cycle, but instead of really loud bugs, it's a fucking dragon.
It's fucking
or the Tao
alien
Tei.
monster.
Yeah.
But you get to see like there are a lot of scenes of like the inner intricacies of the Great Wall preparing for the siege, all the soldiers preparing, like how much you see the soldiers on top always fighting and whatnot, but you get to see all the workers inside the wall.
The inner machinations of my mind.
The inside of the Great Wall is not just a stone wall. It is a fucking
dune buggy.
It's a fucking labyrinth.
It is
Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah, I like these shots. These were cool.
They were pretty cool. Once again, it kind of did give me like early like Mad Max vibes.
Yeah, a little bit. Like orcs.
What did you say?
In the pit. He said Lord of the Rings-esque.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, like gives me Mad Max, like early Mad Max Fury Road, where they're all in like the giant.
Time we're gonna compare this movie to Mad Max.
Yeah, where they're all in the tower and they're getting the blood bags.
Not invoking it.
He did it.
Of course he did. Of course he did. That's the new bit.
Lucas, I love when you fucking invoke something.
That's my number 2 movie of the 2010s.
Mad Max Fury Road.
I have seen Mad Max.
So. What's your number 3?
It's me.
It's
actually you.
It is Seth. Did Manchester by the Sea make it? We brought that up.
Fuck no.
Did Frank make it?
Oh, sorry. Frank did make it.
Frank's top 10. He's like 8 or something, isn't he?
I think so. Hold on.
I saw the list.
Number 4 is Arrival. Number 5 is Boyhood. Number 6 is Before Midnight. Number 7 is Frank. Number 8 is Phantom Thread. Number 9 is Gone Girl. Number 10 is The Tree of Life.
Forget you don't like Birdman, do you?
I do love Birdman, but it's not as good as Boyhood, in my opinion.
Literally, your 3, 4, 5. I was like, everyone you're like said it. I was like, oh fuck, like Whiplash, Arrival, and Boyhood are all like.
He came by the end of your list.
All very top.
He did.
I came so much.
Boyhood.
I came.
Randy, you can't come at
Boyhood.
You can't come on Boyhood.
Yeah.
Or do you?
You do.
He's underage.
I'm surprised Phantom Thread made your top 10. I mean, I heard it was amazing. It just wasn't as talked about as a lot of other films, but
I've started that one. I need to finish it though.
Phantom Thread?
It's masterfully playful.
He recommended it a long time ago, and I made it like 30 minutes in. 30 minutes. And I think I got a little bored at the time, and I wanted to play Pokemon instead. Yeah. But I will finish it.
Nice.
Tonight.
The Thread is a phantom.
What? Spoilers.
Good night, Alex.
Bye.
Good night, Alex.
Bye.
Well, after all these scenes of the inner intricacies of the wall and whatnot, they're like, all right, we got to prepare for the monsters coming down this cavern. It's like, do they only come down this one cavern? It's like a giant canyon that leads to a green mountain on the other edge. And yeah, they do. They never come another way. But they start to come, and it's a lot of fucking monsters. There's like so many.
One thing that I thought was funny, there was a lot of monsters. Right before that, they're like, we got to put you in the stockade. And they get all the way up to the top, and then they're like, all right, throw them in. And the guy's like, I don't have the keys. And they're like, all right, we'll bring them with us then.
And they just set them on like the edge of the wall.
Yeah. And then there were so many monsters.
There were so many trebuchets. They got all these different trebuchets to launch flaming cannonballs or something.
And then they have these sick-ass bungee jumpers.
My initial question was, did they have to be women? They go into that, they're lighter to pull up and whatnot. We kind of question that. But, like, Seth and I looked at each other, we're like, is bungee jumping the best way to fight?
It's not.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, they have the art of it down to a T because they jump down, they bungee jump, they got 2 spears in each hand, they stab, they come back up, and then they whip
they're out of reach.
2 more spears and then get some others. But
they often backflip into their dives too.
That
They're
was such
That-
a- like you could just bungee jump straight down. You have to do a triple corkscrew backflip. Like
yeah,
it's fucking
that's when
sick.
that's when you know the movie's kind of stroking itself off on that. You're like, that is not an efficient
They're
way to
like,
go into
"Boyhood."
battle backwards.
That's just cool though.
That's what I'm
It's a
saying. Like,
battle
the
backwards.
movie was not concerned about the war itself. It's like, check out this sick shot. Yeah, she's
What-
not even
Yeah.
looking at the danger.
That's another Power Rangers thing is how they always backflipped and aerial stunted
Oh
to
yeah.
different locations.
They
Martial
were. This
arts.
movie was just Power Rangers.
This movie was invoking Power Rangers.
This movie was a camel.
But yeah, so they've got bungee jumpers, they got archers, they've got like the purple guys, which are like the militia, the ground guys that
Close
just have a bunch of
combat.
close combat. They've got all the shields.
They didn't seem like they were very effective.
they were bad.
They didn't do anything.
Did you see how
I
good
thought the bungee jumping crane women were like close combat, jumping off the
Kind of,
walls
I
and
thought
stabbing them with spears. But no,
But
the
they
purple
were
guys
doing
with
that as
shields.
well, the music was fucking epic as well. This
The
sort
music
of
was-
airy choir music.
This do
It's
you know who
that-
did the music?
Hmm.
I don't know how to say his name, but it's Ramin. So I want to say Ramin, and then Djawadi, Jawadi. He did Game of Thrones, Westworld.
I could see that.
Open
the checkbook for that guy.
I can't think of what else, but yeah, he does a lot of that HBO like really intense stuff. The scores for him.
Interesting. I can see
And-
that. It rocks.
Yeah,
and it
Oh, he's
is
awesome.
that like kind of ethereal choral music mixed with other like women
Violence.
drumming, doing upright bass drums with fucking nunchucks.
Yeah, that's like a bugler in our military. A drummer boy.
It was awesome, but like they're doing all that, and then they find the queen Tao Tei out in the distance. They're like, we need to fire the spiky fire steel 2-ton balls, the 4,000-pound balls that are on fire and spiked, and they fling it. But she's guarded by like these bigger Tao Tei that have like this, like almost
Webbed
like a webbed shield, like a triceratops almost that it can like
Yeah.
expand and whatnot. And I was like, there's no way they're flesh, because they throw these flaming spiking iron balls and they just bounce off.
Yeah, they're just
The
immune
flesh.
to it.
I was like, there's no way.
OP. You have to
They
level
are
up to get
super
there.
OP. Did you find anything else?
yeah. He did a lot of things, but I was just laughing at. There's like Slender Man
Slender
here
Man.
on the IMDb his movies, and then
Eternals.
whatever the fuck that is.
A Turtle's Tale 2, Sammy's Escape. He did
But
open season.
It's like Slender Man. It's like this horrifying movie poster, and then it's like the cutest turtle you've
The
ever seen in
Queen's
open
Corgi?
season. Oh, he did open season.
the Queen's Corgi.
He did a lot. Like he's really
Iron
good.
Man. Mr. Brooks, open season 2.
Pacific
Obviously,
Rim.
Pacific Rim. Okay. But yeah, so they've got
Pacific
this
Rim.
crazy OP bouncy flesh that doesn't help. And I was like, oh good, Matt Damon and Pedro Pascal were set free by the other white guy. They keep eyeballing Willem Dafoe. They're like, bless you. They're like, he fucking
Good
died.
sneeze.
They're like, set me free, and Willem Dafoe finally comes, sets them free, and whatnot. And they were the only ones that were up on the wall that were like able to take out these Tao Tei. All these other guys are trained warriors. Like we said, the close combat guys didn't help at all. They were just shields to like push one into the corner and then do nothing.
Mhm.
But they grabbed one of those shields and immediately used it as like a saw blade to fucking slice them up. The slicer, the dicer, and neither are nicer.
They were
Yeah.
not nicer.
None the nicer.
There's-
That's true.
These were some
One of the
pretty
worst
epic
taglines.
choreographed fight scenes with some unrealistic but nonetheless awesome. One point, Damon catches a spear that somebody whipped to him mid grab and then stabs it through the neck.
Yeah.
Doesn't 1v1s it.
He always knows where the next
scopes it.
monster is coming and where the next weapon is flying in at the moment.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But they
It's
do a
good
lot of work up
choreograph,
on that
honestly.
wall.
It's not realistic, but it's like that sort of kung fu movie style where it's just like perfectly timed and executed.
Speaking of not realistic, do we need a Pedro Pascal
Hell
Matador
yeah, we
scene?
did. This is fucking cool. He's a bullfighter.
He was a fucking bullfighter. That thing like
He
was
bullfights.
scraped his foot against the ground and charged him too.
He had a real red cape and everything.
It was so fucking stupid, and like these women just keep playing the drums as he matadors. And
Play the drums with what, Brandon?
we already said nunchucks. We already talked about that.
My
Did
note is
we?
this is
Yeah.
so fucking sick.
Was it during Lucas opening food? Because I missed
No.
it if you said that.
But we end up finding that the
Missed the
queen
world.
Tao Tei can control the others via like vibrations on her like neck flab skin
Sure, why
thingy.
not?
And she calls them all back. But she also wants them to take all the corpses of the dead monsters back with them.
Sure. Zombies.
That-
Why not?
And that's her food, basically.
She's gonna eat them.
She feeds. So it makes her stronger. She can make more, all that shit. And after all this heroic battling, after this epic battle scene, Pedro, Tovar, and William have earned General Shao's trust and can rest. But we learn that they can never leave. They're not allowed to leave.
Yeah, because Willem, being a creepy weirdo, confronts them and spills the beans. This is what life's like for a whitey here.
They can't tell the secrets of either the black gunpowder, which they still haven't seen, or the Tao Tei. And so they're
and they
stuck
have to
there.
get haircuts.
they do get haircuts. Yeah. Commander Lin, you learned as a part of the Nameless Order, must learn how to adapt fighting the monsters. We learned that the monsters have been evolving over time as well and have gotten smarter at fighting.
To even match.
It is.
They figured out
Darwin.
archery.
They're invoking Darwin.
They're invoking Darwin and they learned archery. They were trained by Hungarian archer
They were.
for this film.
For 6 months.
Yeah. They were trained by a speed skater for 6 months for this film. All the Tao Tei were.
So they could climb the Great Wall.
So they could speed skate the Great Wall of
But
China.
speaking of the archer training, this is where it comes into play most of all. Because Matt Damon's got bow hubris.
Yeah. They clean up. They're hot now. And everyone like slow clapped as they entered the room. I was like, okay, weird.
They're heroes.
They're a hero.
So
They saved that one boy.
They did.
Yeah.
The kitchen boy.
They're
And
clapping for prisoners.
Matt Damon's accent is gone now after he's cleaned up.
He gave up.
He gave up on the accent as he cleaned up, but they do a nice little archery trick where Pedro throws some bowls into the air. He hits the bowl with one arrow, and then 2 other arrows catch it on a wall.
Perfectly.
Yeah.
And he fired them in
Awesome.
such quick succession.
He was like, Pedro's like, we're doing this again. It's like, have you fired arrows into a wall with a bowl before? Like, that's your normal thing?
They love doing that.
It's their party trick.
I also fired 4 arrows.
Yeah, where did the other one go?
Just a side note.
Really? I thought it was only 3.
Yeah, one of them he pulled 2. He drew 2.
Yeah,
Ooh.
he pulled
The second
3
one.
times. The second pull was 2 arrows, though.
My favorite thing was that first arrow that he shot off the bowl. When it hits the bowl, ricochets at a 90-degree
Hits a
angle.
grandma.
Like, where did that go? That got someone for sure.
Ah, man, it would have
like
been a
4.
way funnier.
4.
Way funnier movie if he's like, this didn't go so well the last time you tried that. He turns around and just kills 3 people.
It would have been way funnier if Matt Damon was a golfer though and yelled 4.
Oh.
He's Bagger Vance again. Was that him?
Well, who?
See Bagger Vance?
Caddyshack?
Something.
Did he say
Bagger
a
Vance
name?
helped him.
Bagger Vance.
Who's Bagger Vance?
The legend
don't
of Bagger
know.
Vance.
What the fuck is Bagger Vance?
The Legend of sounds familiar, but Bagger Vance?
Bagger, I hardly know. Bob Vance?
Yeah, it's
Vance
Matt Damon and Will
Refrigeration?
Smith. Charlize
What?
Theron.
This is oh my god. Is this a
Okay.
movie?
It's a sandwich.
The Legend of Bagger
It's a
Vance
sandwich. It's Matt Damon and Will Smith as bread, and Charlize Theron is the blood.
is the blood.
Robert Redford directed it. You goofs.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like Will Smith is like a black guy. He's always a black guy. He comes back. He's like a ghost, and he like ghost caddies for Matt Damon, I think.
The plot of The Legend of Bagger Vance is that Will Smith plays a black guy.
He's a black guy.
And a down-and-out golfer attempts to recover his game and his life with the help from a mystical caddy.
Yeah, I think he's a ghost.
Oh my God, Matt Damon's name is Ranulph Janu.
Good name.
Adele Invergordon.
Redford was in his bag.
Nescalusa.
Thinking of these
Grantland Rice.
Yeah, this is in
Speck Hammond.
I don't know.
Dougal McDermott.
I've seen that.
Yeah, I know
Dougal.
you've seen Dougal.
Did you like it?
Oh, Dougal was bad.
This man's name is just Laidlaw.
It's not bad.
It's good. But yeah, they clean up. They do this trick, and Commander Lynn's teaching William to crane jump and how it means to trust someone, but he won't jump because he only trusts himself.
Yeah, I wonder if he'll ever jump later if he's changed.
It's I don't know, man. He only ever trusts himself. It seems like he would never jump into the battlefield for the sake of another person.
No.
Just for his own greed.
No.
Yeah, do it for gold.
Gunpowder.
Or gunpowder.
Puss.
Or puss.
Yeah,
well,
puss.
At night, Willem
He wasn't really a
Dafoe,
puss hound. I
Ballard.
thought he'd be more of a puss hound in this.
Yeah, I was surprised a little bit, I guess.
I was super surprised at how little puss hound Matt Damon was in this.
He was a really
Poor
honorable
Pedro.
thief.
Yeah.
It's weird
They
to
didn't
be
really-
in.
Yeah.
They didn't really invoke that.
Yeah, I mean, it's the era of raping and pillaging, and there was like zero of that, which is good. You probably shouldn't put that on screen. But like,
Yeah, that would have made a tinge grittier.
Yeah, you'd think they'd be just a little bit hornier than they were
For sure.
for the realism.
Maybe the
Seems like
subtext
they're
is
gay.
their own relationship. I'm saying that.
Between Pedro and Matt Damon,
Ah,
I can see that they had more love for each other than anybody else did.
that is true.
Subtext.
But at night, Ballard, played by Willem Dafoe, is teaching them all about a way to escape. It's going to take place during the next battle. He's planned this escape for 25 years.
25 years.
He's got like stations set up along the way that they can pick things up too. I was like, how did you get these out here?
Where did you come from?
Cotton Eye
Where'd you
Joe.
go?
But the leaders asked to visit with William and Tovar. They want this stone that William has kept. It's a magnet, which
This
may
is
help
gonna
them win
go.
the war. And now you get a history lesson of 20 centuries ago. A Chinese leader was so greedy, so God sent a meteor with alien monsters in it to inhabit it,
Fucking gods.
this green mountains, and attack every 60 years if they were getting too greedy.
Yeah, now they're not greedy and they still gotta deal with this emperor's shit. That guy fucked up so bad.
He was greedy as hell. But the magnet, let's get back to the magnet.
This
That
part
is
pissed me off.
It's just because it's like whatever 600 years ago they were like they had a magnet. It stopped them dead in their tracks once they got all the way to the capital. So the magnet makes them sleep.
It
just-
calms the Tao Tei and nullifies their
Makes them
communication signal to the queen.
It was absurd to me that the strategist that it was like this strange rock, I think is the secret.
Strategist Wang.
Strategist Wang. He's like, this strange rock might be the secret to defeating the monsters. Like, he didn't know what magnets were, even though
Yeah.
China invented compasses, and we've already been made aware that Matt Damon knows how to make a compass out of a rock. So, like,
Yeah.
it's weird that he wouldn't know what a magnet is.
That's part of why I think it's funny. It's like
'Cause-
I don't know. They could like a lot of this would be like a magic talisman or something, like something mystical, and it's just like, ooh, how do magnets work? That's crazy.
I
You know?
I told my mom once, I was like, Mom, did you know that magnets work because they have a little bit of gravity inside of them, so they like pull other things towards them? She was like, really? That's so interesting. And I don't know if I ever corrected her, to be honest. I think she just thinks
Is
that
that not
gravity.
Gravity
I
controls
think-
magnets.
I think she thinks you can harvest gravity. Yeah,
You can.
I
We're
guess
big-
maybe on a
giant
on
We-
a,
magnets.
on a
we-
grand scale. I
we
guess you
all
could. But
harvest gravity. Weight is gravity. We're
Like those
pulling that
big
much
magnets
force
from
down.
WALL-E.
no. Gravity's. I can't think about this right now.
Gravity, we are all harnessing. Oh,
Brandon.
shit, I punched the mic. We're all harnessing gravity. Harvesting gravity.
Not harvesting gravity.
Harnessing.
Yeah.
And things are floating around us, just not on a moon scale.
But we're not harvesting it.
No.
can't-
That was
the big magnets.
We are.
We did.
These big magnets.
Harvest gravity.
Have you ever seen a magnet?
A
Yes,
big one.
I've seen billions.
Like
Have you seen the
a
movie
big
WALL-E?
arm.
No,
Yeah.
I haven't seen WALL-E.
What?
Then you don't know magnets.
How is that fair?
Well, you should watch WALL-E.
Keep moving on.
Like the claw
It's a
machine?
masterpiece.
With magnets.
Okay,
Doing
so
his bit.
after this history lesson, learning about all the magnets and whatnot, they learn that one Tao Tei is up on the wall. So they go up to stop it, but like only 10 soldiers with the commander and the general. General Shao, Commander Lin, 10 soldiers to fight off the monster. But like General Shao and Commander Lin are looking through their sword reflection, and they see one behind them, so they know there's two. But they were like, oh my god, they snuck up on us. They're getting so much smarter. It was like, no, you knew about the second one.
It was just a surprising tactic, even if they did see it with their own eyes.
But General Shao's now dead. He
Mortally
pushed
wounded.
Commander Lin out of the way.
I feel like a pincer attack's a pretty primitive move, too.
Yeah.
It's weird to be surprised by that. Like, oh my god, they attacked us from two sides. Yeah.
It's an interesting tactic.
Animals in the wild do that.
But Commander Lin is now in charge because she holds the Tesselman.
Lady boss.
Seth and I got into this. I don't know what the fucking word talisman is.
Yeah, you're lying.
No, he started to realize it last night that I don't know this word.
No, you're putting it on.
He said Tesselman, and I was like,
yeah, I kept saying it with a straight face, and he wrote it down in his notes several times.
I wrote it Tesselman. I was like, oh, it's spelled wrong, so I changed the spelling, and I was like, why is this not? I was like, Seth, how do we spell Tesselman? He was like, Brandon.
He's playing it up. There's talismans
in
your little elf game, like I said.
My little elf game?
Are you talking about
Champions
Munchkin?
of Norath.
Oh,
No.
that's right.
Oh.
I think I said the same thing last time you said that too. There are
You
talismans.
did. I don't know the word. He said Tesselman, and I was like, that is the right word. Like I was.
Brandon said, "How do you spell Tesselman?" And I believed him for a second, but by the end of the conversation, I did think he was gaslighting me again.
I'm not. I don't know the word.
He loves gaslighting me.
Like Yubaba. Like those three bouncing heads.
Yeah.
Gassing Yubaba up.
They did.
That is so Seth. That and Goth are your two things.
Those are my things.
But so now she holds the Tesselman and all that. It was like a Thanos kind of like, it had like a bunch of stones in it. And they roll out a 900-year-old manuscript. Read a story about how a magnet once helped them because of its powers. It makes them deaf. It makes them kill them easily. And now they're preparing for a new battle on the foggiest day in Chinese history. It was so foggy.
Pretty foggy.
It looked like the inversion in San Francisco, basically. There was not a sight to be seen there. It was just underneath the wall.
Fog.
Yeah, so much fog. And they are now using sedative harpoons to try and capture one Tao Tei.
Well,
and they're
because Pascal, Tovar, which isn't really a Spanish name, but Tovar wants to leave, and William wants to hunt these like a whale.
Yeah, he did. He did want to hunt them like a whale. He wants to bring them in so that they can learn about it. And they're also unleashing new weapons along the way. Like one of them is this like lawnmower-esque saw blade kind of thing against the wall.
It's scissors.
Scissors. Yeah, the bricks move out of the way, and it's like a crank system where it's scissors. It just cuts these Tao Tei in half climbing the wall.
BattleBot style. It's pretty cool.
Have you seen World War Z, the movie? Have you? There's a scene in it where all the zombies climb up a wall by using each other as a bridge, and that's exactly what the Tao Tei did. Basically,
they did
create a slope. They did.
They did.
I think that was famously in the trailer. I remember that shot
of World War
Z.
Yeah,
probably.
but yeah, it was one big scene. But
So
yeah,
Brad Pitt in World War Z.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah,
He's Z.
Okay.
He is Z.
Oh shit! Like the titular guy.
Yeah, he's not War or World. He's
You an
Z.
ass or a titular man?
Nice.
Thanks.
Write that down. Write that down.
I'm not writing that down. You're gonna do it later.
But yeah, so they're using all these new weapons. Matt Damon is the real hero here as he crane dives into the battlefield by himself to capture one of the harpoon monsters because all the monsters were working together to get the harpoons out of them so they could escape. But this one was not able to. He comes down.
They shot one of the loner ones that nobody cared about.
One of the goth ones.
Shot one of the nice. Got me. If I got shot with a harpoon, nobody would rescue me. That's my thing.
It's a sad.
I'd be left for dead and taken to the capital of China or whatever place I get captured.
But
assuming I get
captured
for
harpoonists.
Don't look behind me like there's a harpoonist in your fucking window well, your bay window well.
Well, the archers here also use like the whistling arrows on all the other ones.
This is
when Matt Damon's down there, he knows they are near, like attacking him when he's down there. But like, how did all the archers hit all of the Tao Tei through the fog with the whistling arrows? How did they know they were going to hit them and not him? They couldn't see shit.
I think they went with him because there was a shot where he was like surrounded by the arrows going the same direction, kind of like a Black Adam type of deal. And I think they were spread shotting him so they could hit some of them.
Okay, well, every single one of them that attacked him had a whistling arrow in it. They were marksmen for sure,
which is super lucky.
And he's able to kind of escape as they're going down there, but eventually he gets caught. One of them's about to come and eat him when Tovar comes to his rescue.
Tovar
slices him with an axe. But when they're down there in the battlefield together, they keep throwing their axes and just bouncing them off each other. What was that move?
I guess there's some part of the monsters that were distracted by sounds or could locate them by sounds in the fog. So they're doing that to distract all the monsters. So every time they clicked it, one would like jump out of the air.
I thought they just missed.
So it was like they've got bad aim.
Yeah,
because they hit purpose.
Every other axe throw they like hit a monster with.
Every other axe throw was also like a boomerang. It came back to them.
Yeah, that was awesome.
They're so good with axes, but they just kept missing.
No, I thought the first one they clanged against each other. I thought they were trying to kind of attack both the eyes of the monster because the eyes are on the shoulders.
Okay.
And I thought it was just kind of showing that they're fighting with sound and they're not going to be perfect since they can't see the monsters. But maybe you're right, and it was like attracting them.
That makes sense.
No, I think they're too perfect. I think they're doing it because
that was why we were so confused by the scene.
Evidenced by the next thing is he's like, oh no, we need help back from above. We're screwed. So he has this messaging system with the lady by firing these arrows up in the air. He
fires the whistling arrow straight into the air, and she's like, "Oh shit, we need to unleash the gunpowder."
He fired like 4 of them, and it was like, "They're due northwest. Let's fire the artillery here."
So they unleashed the black gunpowder for the first time to save them.
I was confused by that for a second. I think he was just trying to shoot near her, so she thought they were closer, and they needed to do something more drastic.
Oh, I thought it was like Morse code.
Because to her, if she hears the whistle, she thinks they're nearby too. And since you can't see, it's better to have like an AoE, all-encompassing type of damage.
Helped.
Yeah.
Either one of those explanations makes sense to me.
Morse code.
Yeah, I'm fully on the Morse code train.
He just found out about these arrows.
Yeah, no, I'm fully on it.
All right.
I get it. But they unleash the black gunpowder. It saves them. It wrecks some Tao Tei, but not before knocking William unconscious in the battlefield and leaving Tovar shell-shocked. He's like just swinging his axe like aimlessly shell-shocked in the field. But
so funny.
They get saved. They're saved, and they use the magnet on one of the captured Tao Tei, and it calms it down in the cage. So they take it to the capital for research.
It's like the rule of the imperial order or something.
We have to take this to the Oval Office.
To our teenage president.
Yeah, he was super young. And so they're going to research it. William and Tovar get in a little scuffle, but that was all a part of Tovar's plan to make William irrational and angry. And he leaves, and Tovar and Ballard are going to try and make the escape together when the army cascades down the wall. And as they cascade down the wall, they find a giant tunnel beneath the wall that's been dug out by the Tao Tei. All these attacks on the wall have been a diversion so that they could burrow. They could Joe burrow.
Yeah, they're super smart, if you didn't notice.
They used to bib while they ate the wall.
Stupid. But as Ballard and Tovar are trying to get out, they light some dynamite on the door. They get into seal supplies when William runs down to tell them he must stay and fight and help them. They leave him. They hurt him somehow. I don't remember.
Well, they're like looting the gun room, getting all the black powder. It's like, no, we have to stay and fight. And they're like, nope, we're out of here. And then they slice this bag of rocks that were above Matt Damon.
Oh yeah,
It
was like the fucking water pail above the door trick.
Yeah,
Such
and
a
then they like ride
convenient
away.
bag.
And, like, is he dead? He's like, it'll take more than that to kill him.
It'll take more than that to kill my boy
Rocks
William.
smashing him.
That was part of Willem Dafoe's like 25-year plan, was just in case somebody tries to betray me, I'll set up a little trap in the gun room.
Some rocks.
So he'd broken in there.
It's gonna take more to kill my Irish mercenary friend William.
What the fuck is this movie?
But these, like I said, they created a diversion, the Tao Tei, to dig under the wall to get to the capital, and they're using that caged one as like a GPS basically, and all these monsters. He's made it to the capital. Everyone's so timid but intrigued about it. Like you said, teenage presidents.
Teenage Wasteland.
Like you said,
Yeah.
Teenage Wasteland. Yeah.
That is what I
Let's
said.
get high off it.
And William is being interrogated about like why he was down in that supply room.
Licking Tao
But-
Teis to get high.
He wants to be the
Like-
first.
Like licking frogs.
Do you lick frogs to get high?
Yeah.
The
Some do.
poisonous ones?
Yeah. They used to be a thing.
Oh, well.
They give you like a hallucinogenic feel. And Tao
What
Teis
about-
are basically
What
frogs.
about if you lick an alpaca?
Like you go to
You
jail.
just get hair on your tongue.
Yeah.
What if you lick
get
another
jail.
man?
I think they kill you. Don't lick me. It's not a bit.
Me licking you?
Yeah.
How much could Kelly pay Devin if I licked you?
Probably less than a kiss.
I think so too.
Because you could lick me anywhere.
What are you doing, Lucas?
Who's
I have
checking
a
his
zit.
reflection? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, William's being interrogated, like, why are you down there? But the kitchen boy that he saved earlier, the soldier, speaks up for him to not be
It's a
killed
good
right
alibi.
then and there. So they lock him up instead. It's like, all right, he's not dead, but he's in jail now.
Low-level soldier said he's cool.
And now you get to see Ballard and Tovar out on their own. They're, riding horseback through the desert. And Ballard just fucking ditched Tovar's ass again.
This
He's
is
like,
funny.
"Hey, run up that hill and check it out," and leaves.
Just right away. Yeah. Probably
Seth,
like 45 minutes into their journey.
Seth asked me, he's like, was Ballard's plan to have somebody help him get out so he could ditch him? Like, he waited
yeah.
25 years for another man to ditch him?
It didn't make any sense. He's like, I need help to get out of here. That's why I've been here for 25 years. I had to be very careful and like hide some things on the path along the way.
How did he get to a path?
He didn't need anybody's fucking help if he was gonna abandon them anyway.
He didn't need help if
I
he
think
was
that's part of
already
his
out
cunning
and had a
nature.
path.
Yeah.
He was just waiting for the big battle as a big diversion all along.
He was
So
already
opportunity.
gone if he
So
had a path.
He just lied about needing help.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Well, now Tovar's all by himself, out there in the middle of the desert. And the people on the wall are like, we've got no choice. We got to save the capital. They decide to take the balloons to the capital.
Yeah, at first I was like, what are the balloons exactly? I guess they're
It's-
just helicopters.
It's like a hot air balloon, but they don't have a basket. It's just a platform. But like
Narratively, they're
90
just
per-
helicopters.
90% of them burnt up on the wall.
Right away, yeah.
Bad
The attack
balloons.
is
They
super
didn't know how to
successful
light
from the
them.
monsters.
They didn't. And they decide to let William free. They're like, the fight's over. We're sending the balloons, so you're good. And he's like, oh, yes, the balloons.
That doesn't make any sense.
And the Tao Tei reach the capital, but he decides to join the fight and take a balloon and the cook with him.
their only chance is to kill the queen, of course.
Of
the rest
course.
of everybody else gave up.
Yeah. And you see, immediately after Ballard ditched Tovar, he got captured by the Hill tribe people. And my question here was, you get to the Capitol, and the teenage president, is trying to do like a magnet science experiment on it in the Oval Office. Like, you don't have like a lab to do that. My next note was, this movie is invoking the Morbius Bat Lab. Because we were like, you don't have a lab to do this? And it's like, you could just use Morbius's Bat Lab. And it's in eyesight.
He'd love it.
Super not secret Bat Lab.
Morbius was like, I've got the super secret.
His patient can see it from their bedroom in bed.
He's conducting an experiment with blood bags and bats, and he could see Grace in the other room.
So stupid.
Fucking Morbius. I love it. He morbed all over that shit. But so it invokes Morbius too, and the Tao Tei that's there, they pull the magnet away. He sends a rumble noise to the queen from its back, and all of them are on pursuit to the Capitol now.
I thought they already were before, but yeah, now it's real business.
Now they know the exact location they're going.
Yep.
And
if they get to the Capitol, the whole world is screwed, right? Because the queen multiplies when she eats.
Yeah, they'll eat everybody there, and the whole world's gone. So
rich people are higher in nutrients.
But the dumb Hill tribe people, they got all the black powder grenades from fucking Ballard, and they're tossing them around the fire.
Why are they dumb?
Because they're tossing grenades around a fire.
They've never seen like gunpowder before.
That's stupid.
That's like saying that Native Americans are dumbasses for getting smallpox.
That's what
you can't see smallpox,
huh? You don't know it. Whatever.
Yeah. They're tossing grenades around. They're like, look at this fucking cool black shit.
One of them drops it. It hits the fire. It blows up. Everyone blows up. Ballard's fucking dead.
I don't know why you didn't like try to run away.
Because he's Ballard.
Yeah.
His dick was too big. Willem Dafoe's dick is too big to run.
Yeah, that's fair.
And so
he was off Ballard.
They're so dead. They're in the Capitol now. The Tao Tei are tearing shit up, and Commander Lin falls in the action from her balloon, takes some down, but until she's cornered. And even one Tao Tei is climbing this little statue, about to jump down from the top. When William fucking comes in to save the day with some grenades and advice for her. The two things you want.
It's some True Lies shit.
Grenades and advice.
What'd you say, Lucas?
It's like True Lies with the helicopter scene. He like comes and grabs her with the spear she hangs on. They fly away.
They're gone.
Advice.
And
they need a magnet because they see the queen.
They also buy some time with this great Deus Ex Machina that the queen can't attack. They can't attack while the queen feeds. So,
and she's eating in the middle of battle for some reason.
A lot of the time. Yeah.
She's eating in the middle of Tiananmen Square. That's what she's doing.
None of this makes any sense. Why can't they attack while she's eating? Why is she eating now?
Yeah.
You haven't even won.
ESPN. It's crazy.
But Tovar is about to be overtaken by more Hill tribe people. You just see him riding horseback. You don't get to see much more with that. But everyone's walking through like this underground water tunnel with the caged Tao Tei, with the magnet, with black powder grenades strapped on its back, that they're planning for it to eat a bunch of food, a bunch of raw meat, and bring it to the queen so that it'll feed the queen, and then they will explode this Tao Tei and the queen altogether. Because if the queen's gone, apparently they're all useless.
Yep.
And so there was this beautiful stained glass room. That was some beautiful color palettes.
Well, the whole movie's kind of set up to be this already rainbow of colors, and then it's kind of cool that it climaxes in a literal mosaic of rainbows.
An explosion, you might say, of color.
No.
We've invoked fucking Mad Max, but we can't agree with an explosion of color for the climax.
Yeah, make a different Metaphor.
An explosion of cum.
That's not that wasn't the operative word I was worried about.
Change.
Good word.
Semen.
Good word, cum. But some beautiful stained glass
like
shit.
one.
And they're making their way up, and the cook, the kitchen boy sacrificed himself. He got hurt, and he's brave now. He sacrifices himself, and then what?
Fucking kid. I was pissed. So
he had a noble injury, and then he sacrifices himself.
I'm pissed.
And then strategist Wang sacrifices himself too.
As that was my favorite character, and they killed him for no good reason, to be honest.
Coward kitchen boy?
Yes, the coward kitchen boy.
Seth identified with coward kitchen boy number 2.
I loved him.
Why don't you marry him?
He's dead.
Oh, yeah. Well, and then strategist Wang sacrifices himself too, because all the Tao Tei are breaking, and he throws the magnet up to Commander Lin and William so that they can use it to take out the queen. And they save the day. They can't. Go ahead.
I was gonna say they did send the monster out. That was part of the kitchen boys deal back to the queen. And it was very funny when he gets in. They're like bouncers at a club. These like bigger Tao Tei. When he comes in, they like look at him, inspect him. He said, "Yeah, he's fine."
They sniff the grenades on his back. You're like, "You're good. You can come in."
Very funny.
Yeah, it's those Triceratop ones, but they can't get a shot off with the archer because
reeking of humans and the bombs that killed all of them.
But like he sneaks in, they're trying to shoot those bombs on his back, and the shield monsters have got like spidey sense because they put their shields up every time he shoots the arrow near them. And
because he's not
what they do is they keep climbing higher. The Tao Tei are closing in, so they create a rope.
Gives them more time.
They create a rope swing, narrowly avoid being eaten, and their plan is fucking Matt Damon's gonna throw the magnet into the middle of all of them.
Their tiny little openings.
Yeah. As Commander Lin throws a spear with black gunpowder on it into it as well.
And I think it's on fire.
Maybe.
It's a lit fuse.
The magnet ends up neutralizing the shields of the ones, and the queen sees that spear with the bombs and fucking eats it. She's like, "That looks yummy. That's food."
That looks yummy.
So everything explodes. She's dead. All of them around are dead.
I thought she was trying to protect herself. But I wish they just didn't put this scene in because she eats it like a dog licking up like a Snickers bar that dropped in the ground. Like, don't eat that.
Herself too. And just missed out on time. I was pretty floored by the climax. Honestly, I thought it was pretty tense and a pretty cool climax.
It was so funny.
I mean, it built pretty good as they got higher and higher and the chase was on. But
that guy threw the magnets so high.
From the ground?
Wang, yeah.
He threw it 3 stories
underhand. Yeah.
He
it was a cool shot, but when you think about how hard he had to throw an assumedly heavy fucking magnet.
I mean, part of it was magnetized because it clicked onto his spear.
How
he threw it 60 feet into the air.
Yeah. How much gravity do you think that magnet had in it? If it had a strong enough pull, he doesn't have to throw it that hard. It's pulling itself up. But
no. Well,
what a throw.
It blows up the queen. All the other Tao Tei are immediately freeze. They're useless. They're not so. My note is not so smart anymore, huh? I was like, I'm really mad about the Tao Tei apparently last night.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
But William finds
supposed to be objective.
Like the whole Tao Tei thing's done. William finds Tovar tied up, tells him he's saving him over taking black powder with him. And I put, oh shit, here comes Commander Lin, looking fine as hell. I was like, are they finally about to kiss? Like, it's like building to a romantic thing, but they don't. No kiss.
She's like a lesbian.
Maybe. I don't think so, but
I guess she could be.
She could be.
That's like she's in the all-lady unit. She's a military woman.
No.
These just feel like stereotypes now.
She had a short haircut.
Part of the lady room because no, she didn't have a short haircut.
She did.
She played softball, yeah.
She played softball.
Did forget to mention that scene.
The softball scene.
Yeah,
yeah. Well,
they're jumping off.
She doesn't
the
kiss
crane
him.
tower and then hitting dingers and then coming back up.
Wouldn't be
getting
out of
another
place.
bat thrown to him.
Well, no, Commander Lynn is a contact hitter. She does the slap hit where she runs up, hits it. She's the first one on. She's like she gets on base.
I was more just trying to do the visual of them throwing bats
She's
to
a
them
catcher.
instead
Yeah.
of spears.
But
Not a pitcher.
there's no kiss. She sends them Tovar and William together off into the desert, even though William looks back to her. He wants to go to her. He wants to be with the wall, and that's the end of the Great Wall.
He does want to be with Wall.
Be with Wall, he doesn't. Seth looks so upset.
I was thinking about a weird memory. We're getting into
Yeah.
That's how I roll my R's.
Yeah,
I
let's take a
love-
break.
We
sorry.
We used to say
Yeah, like a
QRRR,
pause for
and I
your 2
remember
hours.
when we said QRRRs, and then Lucas once said Quers, and we're like, I don't know about that. Now we're just like, yeah, fucking Quers.
Yeah.
It's so
Pride Month at the club.
easily influenced.
That's weird, but yeah, we'll take a second here, and we'll reconvene with some Quers.
Pause.
Webbed feet.
You little shit bitch.
Count your quotes now.
4.
Yeah, you have 4. I have 10.
I only have 5, yeah. And 2
Yeah.
of them are subtitles.
I've been bested again.
You have 2 subtitles.
I almost took a subtitle one.
5 of my 10 are Seth quotes because he was talking the whole movie. I could have had 8.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's good.
Can't tell if I ruin or enhance movies for you sometimes.
If it's a good movie, you probably ruin. If it's a bad, you probably enhance.
I'm the
To be
ultimate
honest.
He always
average.
takes you back to middle.
Yeah.
Like, oh, if it's a bad movie, I'm like notorious. Not notorious. I'm not evil
Like
about it.
fucking when
But
Harry
I
met,
shut up.
when Harry met Sally, you guys are like, warn, caution contains ravioli. You would fucking
That
that
was
was
a
off about the
wild.
ravioli and the canned contents.
Okay, that's fair. But when we watched It's a Wonderful Life, I didn't talk for a good amount of that.
No, Spirited
And Space
or
Odyssey and Spirited Away.
Space Odyssey, Spirited Away. We were
Space
pretty good.
Chimps, I was pretty quiet.
Space Chimps was so late. We were watching that at like 1 in the morning. We finished it at like 1.
Were we?
We started at like 11:15.
I thought one of your parents was. I thought your dad was watching it with us.
No, he watched Space Odyssey with us. That's when we ordered the calzones.
That's right. Because your dad, he was mad at me because I ordered pita pit, and he's like, "Oh, you didn't get me anything?
Yeah.
I didn't know you're gonna
It
be
took
here."
2 hours and 15 minutes to arrive. It was the length of Space Odyssey.
That was awesome. That's so funny. Austin Powers.
Nice.
Thanks.
Okay, I'm ready.
What,
Clearly, I'm ready.
Lucas? What exact day is Alex's birthday? Is it June 6th?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't do a birthday episode for her last year because it falls in Space Month, but I know she hates space. So I was thinking about doing a birthday episode for her the week before Space Month starts.
Okay.
But also, I think that's right about the time that Transformers 6, The Rise of the Beast comes out.
We can do that at a different time.
And we will, but that means after Space Month, we need to see it in theaters
Oh shit.
Mhm.
and then record it. Which means I don't know how I'm going to take notes and quotes in the theater.
The
We'll
notebook.
We'll sit at the very back.
Yeah. Or
A
you
little
just bring
notepad.
a little piece of paper, yeah.
Everybody's going to be like, look at that movie critic.
We did a birthday. It wasn't Without a Paddle the birthday one, just like retroactively.
Yeah, it was 2 months later, 2.5 months later.
Because I made a big deal about needing a birthday episode.
Yeah, you were
and
the
then everybody
first. You were like,
needed
I
one.
need a birthday episode. So then we had Marina's and Lucas's, and then we retroactively did Alex's.
Yeah.
And now mine is coming up is the first episode of season 7.
Nice.
When are
What are you
we
doing?
doing Ishtar?
That's in April.
It's coming soon. Also, I got Robert. He's in.
Yes!
Let's go.
He's
Ishtar.
in. Yeah.
I'm so excited to have Robert back.
Ishtar.
Yabishtar.
For my
like
birthday,
these.
I've narrowed it down to 3 films.
Wow. It's a good movie.
Bad Words, which you watched with me recently.
Did love that.
It's a fun film directed and written by Jason Bateman.
Yep.
Don't Think Twice, which you've seen as well.
Oh God, I love Don't Think Twice.
A Mike Birbiglia film. And then I think my top one right now is a Jon Favreau film. It's called Chef. It's on Netflix. It's a food truck cooking one.
Mm-hmm.
It's very artistic. So I think it's one of those three right now. You did Pokemon.
Yeah.
Marina did Willy Wonka. You did The Gods Must Be Crazy.
Sure did.
And Alex did Without a Paddle.
I'm gonna get real weird with mine this year.
They really were without a paddle,
They
huh?
really do be without a paddle.
It was such a funny joke for like nothing.
Yeah. Oh, he. I was the only one that laughed really hard at it, but it was one of those moments where I started crying. So it lives in infamy.
Yeah, right.
Like nobody else. Everyone else was like, haha. I'm
Alex
losing
definitely
my shit.
hated it.
But she was the one that brought it up, right?
She was the
like
one that
of her.
because it was Lucas that said it.
Yeah,
they
she
really
quoted
do
him.
be without a paddle, huh? And Alex quoted it.
Lost my
And then
mind. Oh,
That's
boy.
right.
I'm a bad person. All right, let's get the quotes.
Yeah, let's see what else we got.
What else?
Make Seth cry challenge.
The Make Seth Cry challenge.
It's really not that hard.
Starts in 3.
Just like fucking open a wrapper, I guess.
Yeah, really.
But Brandon's my like crying from laughing is the same as Brandon's like crying from sadness thing. Like you at the ring of a doorbell, you're crying because you're sad, and I hear ring of a doorbell, I'm like, would be funny if it was like Hitler at the door and I start crying.
I was gonna say you open the door and it's Big Bird. Yeah.
Yeah, we all.
Wait, what did Lucas say?
He said Morbius.
Morbius.
That's probably. I would cry the most if it were Morbius. Yeah. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Make Seth cry in 3, 2, 1. Dogs are going fucking nuts out there. Do you hear them?
Yeah, I hear him.
Oh my god!
Yeah, you forgot to say play.
I hit play. I said pause, and then I had to say
play.
I
usually say play. Well, we clapped about the same time, so we're good. I was doing apparently the Freddy from iCarly. The 3 in 5, 4, 3, 2.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Quotes are pretty slim here. Lucas, you've got 5. Seth, you've got 4. I've got 10, but half of them are Seth. So kick it off, Seth. 2 of them.
All right. It's Pedro and Matt Damon on top of the wall. They're looking at all the color coordinated.
I'm on top of the wall. Hey.
They're looking at the color coordinated army, and they're like, look at the red ones do this, and the purple ones do this. Like, what do the blue ones do? And he's like, oh, those are all women. Pedro Pascal goes, what do they do? She doesn't know.
What do the women do?
Yeah, they like talk about boys.
Where the men at? What do they do?
Your last one for now.
My last one for now. After they've like saved the day, they killed one of the Tao Tei.
Mr. Krabs.
Pedro Pascal says, "Do you think they'll hang us now?" Matt Damon says, "I could use the rest."
That's on mine. I only have 4.
All right, Lucas is down to 2.
I only got 2.
I'll just do 2 subtitles right now. The first one, which made me laugh, is when we first saw it. It says "chittering in distance."
I saw that.
Chittering?
Yeah, little creatures.
And then when we meet the queen, we get a similar one. We say "chittering, high-pitched warbling."
Another chittering?
Yeah, good.
They love
and warbling.
There was one. It was a subtitle in the movie. It wasn't like a
movie,
like an HBO subtitle or whatever it was. Yeah, because it was somebody was speaking Chinese, and it said crane corpse instead of crane core because that was the jumping off bungee jumping thing. Too. Yeah, like that can't be right.
It's not Marine Corps with the PS. It's
no, there was an
PSE. Yeah,
they were the crane corpse because they died a lot when they did that.
That's what I said.
Mortality rates were like 80%.
I was like, is this the best? Is the best way to fight? And then you immediately see one of the crane girls get just ripped up. he got her ass eaten
alive.
Tough job.
I'm gonna do my 5 that are from the movie now, and then I'll say my 5 Seth ones. One of them was when they are captured, and it's William talking to the fucking general or whatever. He just goes, "We are honored to be honored."
Yeah,
What
that was
does
one of mine.
a stupid? Oh, I took another
That's
one.
funny.
Damn.
I have one left.
Luke's gonna have 0 quotes by the end of this.
Pedro Pascal at the beginning. Amigo, only you would carry a stupid magnet through the desert.
Good
He
line.
said amigo several times to make sure you knew he was Spanish.
He's a Spanish guy.
Yes,
Yeah.
This one
It's
is
not.
Totally.
Ese,
He's
orale,
Spanish.
orale.
It's not.
Hey, ese. This is right after they cut off
Los Angeles Mexican guy in Great Wall.
Los Angeles mercenary in China.
Where you get that black powder, Holmes?
Where you get that magnet, bro?
We gotta steal their gas and get out of here.
We need the gasoline, homie.
Damelo.
Isn't it our ball? This is when they cut the arm off of him of the first Tao Tei and
Okay.
off of him. And he's
Off of God.
William's like, all right, I'll take the hand with me. And they're like, why? He's like,
All right.
so I can so somebody can tell me what I just killed. Like nobody's gonna know what that is.
But they did.
They did. That was weird.
They did.
Let's see. My last one. There is no net strong enough to catch them. We'll hunt them like a whale.
Mhm.
It's like, how often do the Chinese on the
Invoking
Great Wall?
Herman Melville.
How dare you?
They're
man.
invoking Mel.
They are.
These movies got to stop invoking things.
It invokes a lot of things. That's what makes it art.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just like how often do the people in the Great
Intertextual.
how often are the
Interpolation.
the people on the Great Wall of China seen whales? Like
Jeez. You know, big sea creatures.
then the closest big sea
Yeah.
creatures, homie. Yes, eh?
Oh.
The closest they've seen to whales is a Welshman in Matt Damon.
Hey.
That was a pretty good joke.
Bad. Brandon just choked me.
No, I was gonna pull your face in.
For a kiss?
Yeah, so you would
Obviously,
cry.
yeah.
And my last one for right now, this is kind of like it was like a double entendre thing from Matt Damon. He says, I've been left for dead twice. It was bad luck. And Ballard goes, for who? And William goes, Tovar goes, for who? And he goes, the people who left me. And this was kind of like a Martian Interstellar kind of connection.
Sorry, why is Seth disassociated?
I don't know. Apparently he's about to cry though, and we did it. Yeah! We did it.
Making myself laugh with a dumb joke in my head.
What was
So
it?
we didn't even have to do it. He
No.
just
I
cries.
did it to myself, yeah.
What was the
What was
joke?
the joke?
We were talking about how, like, this makes Seth cry. We just got to say something really stupid or, like, open food because apparently plastic gets him. And I was
Yeah.
like, you just got to flick him in his eyes.
That would
And
be
you
the
cried from that?
Yeah, it was really funny. The visual
Or
in my head.
open food.
You gonna cry? You're flicking my eyeballs like directly.
Well, move your
Yes,
glasses. Let's see.
It's a
Move your
physical
You
glasses.
gonna cry, little boy?
Move your glasses, kitchen boy.
Don't flick my
As we
eyes.
pour hot sauce into your eyes.
Yeah. Like
Pussy,
just
you're
something your
crying.
body naturally like would elicit tears.
As
from. You're gonna cry.
As we murder
cry,
all
your
his
mom's
friends,
dying.
Strangling me.
murder all his family and friends in front of him. You gonna cry, little boy?
Yeah, you feel shit.
But yeah, so that last one was the I've been left for dead twice. I thought it was like a Martian kind of interstellar quote where each time he's been stranded on a place and left for dead. So
Mm.
I just more of like the I'm not locked in the room with him, he's locked in it with me type deal.
That's so funny.
and that guy that's locked in the room with me keeps flicking my eyeballs.
Yeah.
my newest poll. Do you cry when somebody flicks your eyeballs?
Don't put that as the poll. It's a bad poll.
Bad poll.
The answer is yes.
It should be. Seth's finishing his quotes.
I'm hoping I don't read something you already said because I was like, having a breakdown. Oh, this is just like a really bad piece of dialogue. Pedro says, I didn't sign up for this. And Matt Damon says, which part? And Pedro says, most of the monsters. And Matt Damon says, yeah, there's a lot of them.
He would have been fine if he signed up for some monsters.
Yeah. It's really
Yeah, there's a
poorly
lot.
written.
Jeez.
And that was basically the
Holy
inflection
cow.
they said it with too. It's like, yeah, there's a lot of them.
I signed up
Like,
for
they're-
too many monsters, bro.
Like, it's two
Essay.
50-year-old dudes that have been working the same job for 30 years. Like, yep, that's the monsters out there.
This gringo signed up for too many monsters today.
And then the last one was my favorite character, the coward soldier cook
Yeah.
boy. I think it's after he's been scolded and Matt Damon comes in. You're much braver than they think. Afterwards, my man does not speak English. He doesn't know what you're saying. Which is like, you don't know for sure, but it's later confirmed when
he has a translator.
Commander Lin has to translate for him.
That's
so he's
hilarious.
Like speaking to him the whole movie.
Yeah,
he doesn't give any like visual or like verbal cues or anything. You're really brave.
My last quote is also about that boy too, because he like drops the sleeping powder, and his commander goes, "Useless idiot! Report to the kitchen where you belong." Yeah, I was like, that's a little harsh, but
it was super harsh.
Boy.
I love that quote too, because I was like, he's already dealing with.
And they made him wear his armor. They made him wear his armor as he cooked.
Yeah, they did. That was weird.
Yeah, that was
so
weird.
hot.
It was a punishment.
It was sexy as hell.
Hot, yeah.
And we're finishing with 5 Seth quotes apparently. First one away is when they are riding away on horseback up the hill right before they stumble upon the Great Wall and they shoot the arrows at them. So as they're riding the horses up the hill, Seth just goes, "This is us hiking the M." Like
all the switchbacks.
Next one
I
just go hill people.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, have you told the story about hiking it in the middle of winter and
I don't think so.
You haven't told that story?
There was one night, it was after the Super Bowl in 2015.
I mean, was it after the Super Bowl?
It was after the Super Bowl. We watched it in the Craig basement lounge.
Yeah.
There was chili, everything. Connor was your RA. He put on the event. He made chili in a crock pot. Anyway, that night, my ex-girlfriend, after we had broken up for like a month after dating for over a year and a half, posted a picture that said, like, the Seahawks may have lost, but I still got my win, and it was with him. So I broke down emotionally.
Yeah.
Seth stayed up with me. And then we're like, let's fucking hike the M. And it was just all ice.
Yeah, we made it. Brother. We made it to about... we made it past the 3rd switchback. We were on the 4th one. And
we were on the 5th.
It was the 5th one?
Yeah.
It was too steep and icy, so we were like, we have to rappel, essentially. And the way down, like when you're climbing up, you got to like lean forward, but when you're going down, you're basically like crab walking down the rest of it. So we get onto... Yeah, we're sliding, essentially. And I'm wearing like sweatpants or something.
Seth fell 19 times. I have at least a low center of gravity, so I fell like 4 times.
Well, it was the best part was it was either the very last.
It was the 3rd switchback on the way down. You lost your wallet.
Was it? I think it was the very last one, like the first one, I guess.
No, it was the 3rd.
But I lost my wallet, and we had to do like a spy movie, Mission Impossible shit, where Brandon's got my arm, and I'm reaching over the cliff's edge to retrieve my wallet.
But his weight is pulling me down. I'm like, I can't hold on.
Why did you need your wallet on the hike?
I think it was just, I don't know. Just had it on
his room key to get back into his dorm.
Oh, that's probably what it was, yeah.
But yeah, it was awesome.
Glad that didn't fall out.
Right? So there's that. My next quote. I just go, this is me. I go, Strategist Wang? And Seth goes, yeah, General Penis.
General Penis. There was a Chinese gymnast once named Dong Dong.
That name. Dong Dong.
That's awesome.
I don't know.
Next.
They don't know.
This is stupid. This one. This is William talking to Tovar, talking about the color coordination. He goes,
yeah,
the black are the foot soldiers, and Tovar goes, and the red? He goes, those are the archers. And Seth goes, well, how did they know? And it pans to thousands of red armored soldiers just holding bows.
Every one of them. How do you know they're archers?
This is Willem Dafoe looking longingly at Tovar, at Matt Damon and Pedro Pascal on the wall as he's trying to contemplate setting them free during the first attack. And Seth just pretending to be Willem Dafoe as he's looking at him, goes, you guys know where the nearest Panera is?
I want.
That's pretty good.
There's a white guy talking to two other white guys. You guys know where the nearest Panera is?
Oh yeah, he's lost in this foreign land and he's looking for a fast food restaurant, I guess was
He's
my
hungry.
thought process. Yeah.
He's
That's
so
funny.
hungry.
You guys see any Taco Bells here? It's all noodle shops and girls and guns.
I like Panera.
I've been lost for 25 years.
Yeah.
Anybody seen a Trader
hungry.
Joe's around here?
Trader Joe's.
And my last one from Seth is right after that first battle scene. They get cleaned up and whatnot. They shave, they shower, and Seth just goes, "What the fuck? Do they have gel in China? Like only Axe pomade and gunpowder?"
Yeah.
They
More
shave. They
than
got
you
their
know.
hair slicked back, and that is
Sexy.
quotes. Sexy as hell. It's ratings time.
Good quotes.
Seth, we're kicking off with you today. Ratings. Thermometer. This is a percentage from critics. Or is that funny, Lucas?
I think he knows by now.
Probably, but
That's like
all
it.
the first time
You say it
listeners
with
we
such
need to think
earnestly,
about.
yeah.
This is tomato meter. This is critics. It's a
Yeah.
percentage. Okay.
You say
What
it
are we
with such
laughing
sincerity.
about?
He was laughing at how
Disassociated.
sincere I was about
Oh.
thermometer. This is critics. It's a percentage. I want you to guess now.
42.
Okay, Lucas.
34.
One of you guys is so close. It's a 35.
Holy
Fuck!
shit.
I just shot off the hip.
Lucas, audience score on
Am I the
tomato
winner of the
meter?
day?
You're up 3-2 right now.
Bitch.
I'm gonna say 62%.
Okay, this is a percentage, Seth.
This is the people meter.
The people's weed.
This is the people's thermometer. 52.
Our winner today is Seth. It's a 42.
Ooh, people.
It's 3-3. Seth, it's coming back.
I got my finger on the people.
I am the people's
Gross.
pulse.
The pulse of the people.
You just got your finger on it.
Just don't.
For you,
You knocked the
IMDb
camera.
Metascore.
I'm sorry. I'm too ticklish.
No, he didn't knock the camera. He's just way off to the edge.
I did.
IMDb Metascore out of 100. Critics. Now.
3.7.
I said out of
37.
100.
I know.
37. Okay, Lucas.
31.
Okay, our winner today is Seth. He's up 4-3. It's a 42.
The same as the other one.
And can you tie it up in the coveted game 8, Lucas? This is audience score out of 10. IMDb.
42.
4.2. Okay.
43.
4.3.
Yes.
Why are you making goggles?
It's how I focus. I'm
Okay.
zooming in on the consensus.
We have a winner. It's Seth.
No.
It's a 5.9.
I feel like I haven't won one of these in a while.
Yeah, you've only ever tied or something.
Yeah.
So critics are giving it a 35
Congrats,
and a
Seth.
42
Thank you. I appreciate that.
for a
Well
38
played.
and a half average
Thank you.
from critics.
48 and a half?
38 and a half.
Ooh.
35 and 42. Audiences are 42 and 59 for a 50 and a half. What are you giving it, Seth? As a winner today, you got to go first.
Shit.
With your rating.
That's the prize. You got to say your rating first.
Lasagna scale.
Oh, man. I don't know. Probably like a 3, 6.
Okay.
3 or a 6. I can't decide.
Better than
Reasoning?
San Andreas.
Better than San Andreas.
Yeah, that's how you rated it.
Damn.
Guys, I have to leave. I have to pee.
Oh, okay. Reasoning. I don't know. I guess higher than San Andreas because the action was at least more morb entertaining than San Andreas action was, or it was more combat action, which I'm a bigger fan of than natural disaster action. You know, I hate running from buildings and earthquakes and stupid shit like that. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't care. It's not like anybody versus anybody. It's man versus thing that doesn't care. But the rest of it was horrible. Like, it was
Horrible, you said.
they played war drums with nunchucks. I don't understand. Like, that should tell you all you need to know about like how
I like the nunchucks.
much respect they treated this movie with. So yeah, 3.6 might be high still, but I'll go with that.
Okay. Well, I am going to give this movie. This is Lucas here. Luke Sorenz.
This is Lucas.
Co-host.
Yeah. You should do Brandon's score too while he's gone.
I'm gonna guess Brandon is going to give this a 4.0. That's for him.
No joke. I was gonna guess 4.1 for him.
Really?
I'm not doing the prices right. I really thought
you fucker. You always do that.
No. This
Even
time
when you don't mean to. You always do.
Boy. I'm trying to get in.
I'm sorry. I thought you were just like mounting me.
You thought I was mounting you?
Yeah, as like a goof.
That's
But
like
what was
Hazel.
yours?
You're the Hayes, the creator of the podcast.
I've got to
come
mount
join
you.
the podcast, but we gotta rape you first.
Now you know how frats work.
Oh
High
God,
school
no.
football teams, I guess. Anyways,
Yeah, what was your score? Sorry.
my score for this movie is going to be an 8.1. I quite liked The Great Wall. I thought the action sequences were brilliant. I thought the cinematography was great. I thought the music banged. I thought the story was fine. I thought the creature design wasn't all that good. It was okay, not all that good, but I think as a sort of martial arts medieval movie with monsters, I thought this kicked ass.
Huh.
This might be the most surprising rating I've ever.
I'm really surprised at 8.1. Like,
because I get it with the Birdemic stuff
and
and,
the
$1 Million Duck,
Hey,
Love
were you
on a
gonna
Leash.
recommend Love on a Leash?
Yeah.
Okay, you gave it a 7.4. We spoke on your behalf. I'm sure you heard it already, but
Yeah.
8.6
is high.
No, he said 8.1.
Oh, that's still high.
That's still high.
You messaged the group chat. You're like, this fucking movie.
What the fuck is this movie? Because I was blown away by the original action, by the original battle sequence. Genuinely.
Definitely not how that played off in the chat. But
No,
I sent that when they were harpooning bungee jumping. I was like, let's go.
All right.
I can't wait to listen to this episode back over and hear Lucas's subtle hints about how much he loved it. Because I really thought you were about to give it a 4.0 or something.
What are you going to give it, Brando?
I'm going to give it a 4.6. It's
right. Close.
It's right at like the San Andreas kind of level for me. I did, like, you guys were a little harder on San Andreas than I was. But, like, this one has more CGI in it with, like, creatures and some of like the arrows and the action shots. I did enjoy the realism of San Andreas more as I'm comparing them right now. It is superior to Stealth. And I mean, for how far-fetched it is with alien monsters and the Great Wall of China and all that, it's original at least. It's decent. Matt Damon did not need to do the accent and then give it up partway through. There are some really corny lines and some of the CGI, the monster design, but like it was okay. It was actiony and it was well paced for the most part, for especially the first half.
Movie.
The first half was very well paced. That first fight scene was definitely epic. 106 minutes, but like it doesn't drag on like a Transformers does, and so it was a somewhat easy watch, even if it was kind of up in the air at some point. So I'm pretty average on it.
Fair.
Okay. 3.6, 4.6, 8.1. It's an 8.2 plus 8.1, 16.3 divided by 3 is going to be a 5.4. 333 average. Right about mid of like all these user and critic averages. So
too low.
And then we're finishing it with reviews. I've got 4 critics, 7 users like usual. We're kicking it with first critic Ignacy Vishnevetsky at the AV Club. No, it's not. At the AV Club. Seth's got a P now. There is no logical reason for the film to climax in a tower of stained glass that paints Lin May and William in psychedelic Suspiria lighting. But boy, does it look gorgeous in 3D. B-.
Fuck yeah, it does.
What?
Sick shot.
Seth is leaving the room and screaming, what?
B-. What the fuck is that?
He's so upset about B minus. Are you upset about the
cool.
scale or
That's
the rating?
movies.
Yeah, both. Okay. That is movies. You are right, Seth or Lucas. Next is by Simon Abrams at RogerEbert.com.
Channeling his ghost.
A subsidiary of the Good, the Bad, and the Movies of RogerEbert.com.
A big rog.
They say The Great Wall is unlike any American blockbuster you've seen. A conservative movie with action set pieces that are actually inventive and thrilling enough to be worthwhile. See it on as big a screen as you can. 3 out of 4 stars.
I wish. Yeah, solid reviews.
You wish you would have seen this in theaters?
Me. Oh yeah.
In IMAX?
In 3D, that'd be sick.
Next is
this
by...
Movie fucks.
This movie fucks so fucking hard.
It kind of does.
Left me raw. Did it leave you raw? Or only me?
Left me satisfied.
There we go. Satisfied. Burger King satisfies. And then Clarence Suey at the Hollywood Reporter says, The Great Wall is easily the least entertaining and involving blockbuster of respective careers of both its directors and stars. So a more negative review here.
Yeah.
A negative review compared to our 2 positive reviews so far. Ugh. And my last review right now is by Matt Damon's daughter.
Nice. Let's go.
This is a part of an interview. She only has a little bit of part, but Matt Damon in an interview, she says whenever she talks about the movie, she calls it just The Wall. And I'm like, come on, it's called The Great Wall. And she says, Dad, there's nothing great about that movie.
Bitch.
You can't just call Matt Damon's daughter a little bitch.
She's of age. We can call her that.
Maybe not at the time. I don't know how old his daughter is.
I don't know either.
I don't know how old Matt Damon is.
I don't know
college.
Either.
I mean, that's for sure. He can definitely pay for her college. He's Matt fucking Damon.
No, his movies probably did.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that too. He's Matt fucking Damon. He was in The Great Wall.
It's true.
And then we're finishing off with user reviews. 7 of them, I believe. The first is by Snoopy Style.
It's Seth.
Oh!
He is.
Oh my God, it's Seth.
What is that?
I don't know. It's just a voice I made up. That's a new character.
It's
Devin.
It's Devin.
It sounds familiar though.
Oh!
Yeah. Anyway,
we'll pinpoint it afterwards.
We'll figure it out. Rain check on
Seth on September 19, 2017 says, there's a trend for some Chinese movies to use Hollywood stars. 2017.
Okay.
There's a trend for some Chinese movies to use Hollywood stars to sell internationally. It can be an annoying, transparent move, especially if the story is bent to accommodate them. In this one, their presence makes some sense, which helps a lot. The action is fun and ridiculous at first. It becomes more and more tiresome towards the end. After the first fight on the wall, the story could have gone on a quest into the mountains. It would be more compelling and allow more character work. This plot rambles around until it slams into action overload. The CGI work is functional, but not at the very top level, and the monster design is fine. This is passable as a mindless monster action flick. 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
All right.
Make some good points. We never disagree with Snoopy Style usually.
There was one time.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was, but there was something kind of recent that he gave like a 5 that was a 9 or something. Or the other way around.
Maybe it was probably Lyle Crocodile. He gave like a 4.
Oh, and I was pissed.
Yeah, that was it.
It could have been that.
That was definitely it. Next one is by Mr. Big. May 29th, 2017. Mr. Big says, ignore the trolls. This is a fantastic kung fu action, ancient fairy tale type movie. It's like Crouching Tiger meets Pacific Rim, meets Lord of the Rings, meets Jules Verne. If you don't get that, then yes, you will probably not like this type of film. Cinematography is stunning. Costumes are amazing. My girlfriend is already working on her Lin May costume for Halloween. 10 out of 10.
I kind of get that, honestly.
Is Alex working on her Lin May costume already?
No, she didn't like it from what she saw.
What do you think she would have given it?
Probably like a 2.
Oh, that's what Marina would have probably been about.
That's appropriate.
Next is by No God, a returner that we haven't used super often. No God, No Masters. July
Sounds like my kind
29th.
of guy.
July 29th, 2017, they say the script has a number of plot holes. My big question is, why didn't they poison tip their arrows? No F words, sex, or nudity. There is killing, but nothing overly gory and graphic that lingers on the screen. 7 out of 10.
This is like my exact complaint at the very beginning. Where's all the
Where's all the
horniness?
sex?
Yeah.
There's all the F words and horniness.
And poison. That was a
And
weird thing to
poison.
kind of lump into
They're
that.
hoping for more
The
poison in this
biggest
film.
complaint.
Yeah. Not enough poison.
So that's No God, No Masters. Next is by GB901. GB901.
There it is.
July 5th, 2020, they say, could only make out Matt Damon's Irish accent at the end of the film with his very last lines. Irish.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, okay.
Everything happened at breakneck pace. I suppose any slower in the film's plot holes and faults would have shown through even more. 4 out of 10.
That's
Plot's
fine.
just a human creation.
Plot.
Plot?
Man. Yeah,
Plot is a
narrative.
human. Everything is technically plot. Even your life is plot.
The water cycle is a plot.
Fuck are you saying?
Condensation. Well, sorry. Evaporation, condensation, and then precipitation. And then evaporation again. Condensation.
It's all constructed.
It's a
Wait.
plot.
Wait.
Plot.
Precipitation.
Plot-cipitation.
Yeah.
Shit.
That is a
You
plot.
got me.
Yeah. It just doesn't have any, resolution.
Yeah.
We're all gonna die.
Next one here's by returner Cosmasp. You hate this guy.
Fuck this guy, I was going to say.
May 13th, 2017, they say, I have to admit, after all the criticism the movie received and the stigma of a box office failure, I was expecting a mess and I didn't get that. And I only watched the 2D version of the movie, but you can spot the scenes where they enhance the visuals for a 3D effect. So while this isn't a masterclass in acting, it's not like it's Razzies worthy either. The effects are really good and there's a lot of action and things blowing up. Stunts-wise, this looks good and there's not really a story, but that doesn't really matter now, does it? You get enough excitement, and that's what the movie promised. Nothing more, nothing less. 6 out of 10.
Pretty good review, Cosmaps.
Cosmasp hates plot.
He understands. He gets it. You don't need a
Penultimate
story.
penultimate reviews by P. Johnson, May 31st, 2017. They say, this is a movie that made me so happy that I decided to jump and fork out some money, way too much actually. I'm on a bread and water diet now, for a nice OLED screen. This movie is a stunning visual adventure. For me, this was 1 hour and 40 minutes of much enjoyment. 10 out of 10.
Fuck yeah, P. Johnson.
They bought a big old TV and now they can't afford food.
So they watched
watch
the Great
Great
Wall
Wall.
to alleviate the pain.
Exactly.
They ate the TV.
Or they buy the TV to eat it. They can buy food for way less.
They
That's how
wanted
the
to
poor
get.
stay poor.
Well, and it doesn't.
The poor want to stay poor?
It's
It's
not.
big business, Brandon.
It's non-perishable.
Okay.
The TV.
Yeah. It's recyclable.
Not if you eat it. You can't recycle shit, Brandon.
Then it becomes compostable and you're good. And it goes back to the earth.
But
He's right.
But you don't eat that.
The poor eating the poor.
That's true.
And my last one for you today is Baron Coco. September 2nd, 2018. They say, top 10 stupidest ever? Just might be. Subtitle, Matt Damon wants to crack the Chinese market so he can join Derek Jeter in a private island land. What garbage? 1 out of 10.
Okay, that was specifically about the actor. I thought it was just talking about the character that Matt Damon
Subtitle,
played.
Matt Damon wants to crack the Chinese market so he can join Derek Jeter in private island land. What
Was-
garbage? 1
I
out
don't
of
know
10.
what that means.
It's weird because he seems to hate Boston and New York in the same review.
Probably Philadelphian.
Oh, yeah, good call.
Maybe Chicago, but probably Philadelphian. Maybe Baltimore.
This seems
Maybe
like
Montpelier.
Probably not Montpelier. No.
the hell is that?
It's the capital of Vermont. Duh.
It is?
Yeah.
It is. I've never heard.
It definitely is. I promise you.
Freaking out about the capital.
Lucas knows like all the capitals of all the countries in the world.
Did you say Vermont?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lucas, what's the capital of Azerbaijan?
Don't know.
Oh shit!
You asked Brandon. You're gonna put him on the spot for Azerbaijan?
What's the capital of the Philippines?
Manila?
Yeah.
I did it.
No.
He did.
Is Manila? No, Manila is Philippines. Jakarta is Indonesia.
Right.
Yeah, Azerbaijan was a really tough first one.
I like that you're like, Lucas knows the capitals of everything, but somehow you also do, so you can fact check him on it. You didn't mention that
Let's see what
part.
the Azerbaijan capital is. Baku. I might have known that at one point.
You name a country for him.
Georgia.
Tbilisi.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Georgia's a pretty hard one, too.
I used to know a lot. Like Turkey. It's Turkey's.
Istanbul.
I thought it was Constantinople.
No, that's like the old
I
timey.
think
Like
they're both wrong.
I think so too.
Look up Turkey.
There's a song by
Ankara.
Yeah.
What's Istanbul's capital? Is Istanbul the capital?
No, it's Ankara. I just said that.
But is that the capital of anything?
No, it's the biggest city in Turkey, and
That's
it was Constantinople in the past.
There's
it's the same
this
thing.
song by They Might Be Giants. The chorus of it is
actually Istanbul's like one of the top 5 biggest cities in Europe, and people are always like, Paris, like London, all that stuff, Berlin, things like that. But Istanbul's fucking huge. It's a big city. So that's gonna end it this week. Are you recommending, Seth?
Nah.
Lucas,
it's not like a hard no.
You probably are.
I'll do a hard yes.
A hard yes.
I said not movie. A hard no.
I think if you go in with negative preconceptions, you can kind of laugh at it. But
yeah,
I liked it a lot.
It's definitely better than I thought it was going to be.
I think I recommended San Andreas. I think I'm going to recommend this too. If you're an action fan, you can kind of. This is definitely not one that you need to obviously sit down and take notes diligently like I do. You can put this on in the background and still pick it up later and be like, okay, I'm good. The only question would be like, why the fuck do they have a magnet? But like, other than that, you should probably be pretty good. So 3 recommend, or a hard recommend, a recommend, and a soft no.
Yeah.
A half chub. And so with that, that's going to end it this week.
Always.
Next week, we've got a guest. We're finally doing Napoleon Dynamite that we pushed back to replace with the $1 Million Duck. We already said Marina's joining us, so we'll have fun there. Seth might be out. He's catering a wedding with his work, so he'll let us know if he's going to make it in or not.
Yeah.
And then we'll finish out March with The Room. And
all-time bad movie.
All-time cult classic. And what was the other one I said? I just told you these earlier.
Ishtar.
Nope, that's in April. The Room and Monster Trucks.
Yeah.
Written by
another animated one.
Which I have seen.
Created by 5-year-olds. So that's what we got coming up. We hope you enjoyed The Great Wall. Maybe watch it if you haven't. Send us recipes, like, subscribe, all that shit. You know the deal. And we'll see you next week.
Love you. Bye.
See you next week.
No. No.
We'll see you next week, guys.
God, no.
Blair. They'll never know who said that.
Obviously, no, it's you. You're like the only one who says Blair.
Everybody says Blair except for Lucas.
I say Blair. I say Blair maybe 3 times an episode. Lucas says it once every 3 episodes. Mm. You say it 30 times an episode.
I do not say Blair 30 times.
The odds are that it's you saying Blair.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt that the odds-on favorite to say Blair is me any Super Bowl, but I don't think I say it 30 times a week.
Of the time it's you.
That can't be right. I say it a lot in everyday life.
I'm yawning so much. All right, I'm gonna head to bed, boys.
Goodbye, Lucas.
Bye, Lukey. Love you.